What's going on? It's Yucks and Pokemon here, back with my first real video on the Yucks and Pokemon channel. And today we got a tier list coming at you for my own format that I've been playing. So basically, let's just hop right into it here. You know, we got the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl doubles modded hardcore randomized Nuzlocke tier list. You know, it's quite a mouthful, but that comes with time. You know, it's gotten a lot easier for me to swallow. So this is based off like 110 runs I've played over the past 3 months or so. I've tracked like 15 statistics, base stats, movesets, encounters, frequency of encounters, etc. All kind of considered here. So yeah, if like, it's not like just ranking a vanilla game here. Like, this is heavily considered with the doubles mod. So it really does change a lot, and you'll see some mons that are like obvious S tiers in a single vanilla game playthrough that are just gonna be like a B tier in this. So don't get your knickers in a knot over it. And yeah, I got my friend Liam here with me if he wants to introduce himself.
Hello.
That's Liam, and he's gonna kind of keep me on track here as we go through this. So yeah, Liam, do you want to hit me with my first mon here?
All right, we're going to start off with a classic, a classic Gen 1 with a Venusaur.
Venusaur, okay. Well, Venusaur's pretty good. I'm going to chuck Venusaur into A- off the hop. And it's probably going to stay pretty high in A-. You get it, Bulbasaur pops up quite a lot in the early game, so you see Venusaur often, and grass types are just pretty good because of the randomizer. You know, there's a lot of water types, and having a grass type just really helps against that. So you'll find that grass types get ranked pretty high in this. Venusaur was a perfect 3-3 in the Elite Four, so didn't get a lot of KOs, only 8 across the 3 runs. No MVP awards, but he's a good Gloomon, really good for throughout the game because of how many water types there are. So yeah, Venusaur A-. Start with that.
All right, next up we're going with a fan favorite, Charizard.
Ooh, well, Charizard's S tier. Charizard's like really good for this, mostly because it gets Heat Wave, and the spread move in the double battles is like way OP, and a lot of the times you're gonna find Charizard early, like you're gonna find it as a Charmander or a Charmeleon, so you'll get a lot of EVs on your Pokemon, and yeah, it's a beast, special attacking sweeper, so a lot of times you get Specs or like Sun along with it, and then it's just like, yeah, there's not really much the opposing AI can do. So Charizard was the 7th ranked Pokemon overall, 9 out of 10 in the Elite Four with 63 KOs, and a ton of Elite Four MVP awards too. So
Throwing hands for sure.
yeah, so Blastoise next.
Yeah, keep it going with the original 3.
All right. Blastoise is a little bit tricky to rank, honestly. Wartortle and like Squirtle are okay. Like, I would rather use some other mons that get better like level up move sets, but I'm gonna put Blastoise also in A- tier with Venusaur. It also doesn't really have the greatest like level up move set. It doesn't really get very good special water moves by level up, but overall, 4 wins out of 7 appearances in the Elite Four, so it did pretty good. 27 knockouts, so yeah, A- Pokemon. Pretty. There's gonna be a lot of like these water types like in this A- tier. Like,
Fair enough. Water types are common.
yeah, they're just kind of like gluey. You need them for the glue. So same. It's kind of the same thing with grass types, but there are some that are just better than the others. So what do we got next?
We got we're just gonna keep the order going with Butterfree. Get a little buggy here.
Oh, Butterfree. I'm not gonna put it in D tier. I'm gonna put it in C tier. I just gotta find it real quick here. Where are you, Butterfree? Butterfree, come home. They're gonna release that actual pink Butterfree one of these days. It's gonna be cool. Okay,
Cool.
I don't know if Butterfree got on here. Oh no, it's literally like right here. C or D for sure. Like, I mean, it's good early game, and it evolves at level 10. That's kind of why I want to put it in the C. Just because it will help you for, like, the first 2 gyms. But, like, other than that, it's, like, worst typing in the game. Didn't make an Elite Four appearance, so... Yeah, good early game, and, like, you're going to come across it a lot, but, like, once you get past, like, Eterna City, then, yeah, box. So, I'll give it a C, just because it is good for a little bit.
Alright. Fair enough.
Yep.
And then, I'm just keeping the order going. We're going, Beedrill.
Beedrill's also basically the exact same thing I just said about Butterfree, except the typing is a little bit better defensively, but a little bit worse offensively, so... Yeah, I don't know. They can switch into fighting types early game, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it is just a B.
Yeah.
Pidgeot.
Dude, Pidgeot's got a pretty funny story for the runs. Like, I'm gonna put it in the B tier, funnily enough. Mostly because it had one really good run for me in Elite Four, where it got like MVP award with a win and like 10 KOs. Like, he just owned an E4 for me with Speed Boost one time. But actually, I don't know. Let's not be stupid. I'm going to put it in the C tier because it's literally a Pidgeot, but it has good speed. And, like, if you can get a good randomized ability with it, like, it's not too bad. But, yeah, you're going to use, like, a ton of stuff over it. But, I don't know, came up clutch for me once, so I'll let it hold down the top of C tier for now.
Okay. With everybody's favorite rat.
Raticate? I think that's going to be my first actual D tier in Poke.
Ooh, poor guy.
It gets good moves, like it gets Crunch and Hyper Fang early, but it's so frail, and like, I don't know, you don't have any good stab, like, coverage or anything, like Crunch normal type coverage, just like whatever. I don't know, it's kind of in the same boat as these other 3, except it's probably a little less reliable.
Right.
Never made an appearance in the Elite Four.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he's a lowly rat.
We're gonna go with Fearow.
Fearo's in the same boat as those other guys. I'll put him right ahead of Butterfree here. But Fearow's like actually can hit kind of hard. So yeah, I don't know. It's a C tier poke. It's a good like HM mon. I used it for HMs a lot because it evolves before what's her name, Gardenia. So it's not too bad. Like C tier. So no Elite Four appearances.
All right. Poor guy.
Ekans.
Arbok.
Charbok. Literally, I'm gonna put it in the exact same spot as Fearow in the C tier. Does it pretty much? I would rotate between Arbok and Fearow a lot, of being my like a good early game Pokemon that just turned into my like HM Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. Arbok, same kind of thing. Can switch into fighting types early game. Gets like Glare and Crunch early game too, which is not bad. And it evolves at level 22, so you can use it against Gardenia. So yeah, same boat as Fearow, like almost the exact same situation.
Yeah.
Never made the Elite Four.
All right, we're gonna go with Raichu.
Choosy. Choosy's pretty good. Like, let me just find Choosy real quick. Choosy. He's yellow, right?
He's yellow. Mostly shiny.
I don't know if I got him on my list. I'm probably just missing him, but I'm gonna give it like 15 seconds. Oh, there's Choosy. Okay. Yeah, Choosy's gonna be the first B tier Pokemon. So it's really good offensively, and if you find the one as a Raichu, or usually even as a Pikachu, like it learns Thunderbolt. Like it's one of the only electric types in this game to like actually get Thunderbolt, which is kind of nice. But yeah, it's pretty weak like defensively, and if you don't have like a Thunderstone for your Pikachu, it's not that great. And also there are times when you just want to use Light Ball Pikachu anyway because it hits harder and like the defense is like whatever. But I don't know, Raichu went 1 for 2 in the Elite Four and had like 11 KOs, so it was good offensively when it showed up, but nothing too special. It's pretty good, like, I don't know, B tier, middle of the pack Pokemon.
Alright.
And also, like, like, because of the Stone evolution, like, you'll find that, like, Stone evolutions kind of suck, because if you find a Raichu, it's not going to learn any new moves, right? So, you kind of want to be in a situation where you find Stone Evos, like, as early as you can, but there are certain situations where it can be fine, too. So, I'll let you keep going here. What do we got?
Alright, we're going to switch up to a different yellow mouse, maybe? Sandslash? More hedgehog, I guess?
Yeah, I think he's like an echidna.
Yeah.
Let's go. Sandslash actually is an MVP award, so I had a huge power Sandslash, but I don't know. I'm gonna put it like back here in C though. Like it's pretty bad. There's a lot of ground types that are a lot better, and its move pool is really bad too. Like it doesn't learn anything good. So I don't know. It has an MVP award, so I'm not gonna put it in D, but I don't know. And ground typing is like good actually, so I don't know. It's like probably going to be and maybe not one of the worst ground types, but I'm going to put it in like the middle of C for now.
Okay. And we're going to go into the Nidoqueen.
Ooh, Nidoqueen, that's a hard B. I think it's better than Nidoking. So, I guess we'll do that one right after, hey?
Yeah.
Nidoqueen is a little bit better than Nidoking. I'm just going to put I found Nidoking first, so I'm just going to talk about that. Nidoking, it's the same thing as Raichu with the Stone Evo, where the learn set's just awful. But it's a little bit worse even than Raichu, I would say. Mostly because, like, if you want to learn moves, you're learning, like, worse moves from, like, Nidorino. And, like, how long do you want to be a Nidorino for, Like, I find with Nidoking and Nidoqueen specifically, like, those are the most enticing mons to just whip a Moonstone on early game. Just because it's, I don't know, you're looking at a Nidoking, like, against level 17s, like, it just looks good. But, I don't know, they're not very good. Like, Nidoqueen's better, I think, just because it's bulkier. And you're not going to really benefit, like, much from the offensive. Like, it's not like new nowadays Nidoking where you have, like, sheer force life orb stuff. Like, it just doesn't exist. So, they're both B tier. Nidoqueen, like, a little bit higher. There's Nidoqueen. But yeah, they'll hang out in the B tier.
Alright. So we're gonna go with a personal favorite of yours. I already know.
Oh, Plume?
Clef.
Oh, Clef. Clef's gonna be A-. The bulk is just so good, but it's also another Stone Evo, so... And it's like one of those ones where you don't really want to be a Clefairy for very long, Like, that just sucks. But luckily it has, like, a lot of, like, I don't know... With the TMs and stuff, like, you're usually going to get, like, a decent set. Like, all of the times I would try to run, like, really classic, like, Cosmic Power stuff on it, because it learns Cosmic Power as a Clefairy. And anytime I had Follow Me, I would try to put it on Clefable. Really good support mon. Let me pull up its Elite Four stats here. I think it went 2 and 3. Just off the top of my head, but... Yeah, or 2 and 2. 2 and 2.
Oh,
so it was 100%. Didn't use it that often because it's not like the new Clefable, but it did really well. So I'm gonna put it in A-.
Alright. Now we're gonna go with a favorite character of everyone that watches Naruto, and we're gonna go with the nine-tailed fox.
Ah, yes, Ninetales. Where you at, Ninetales? Ninetales is also going to be in B tier, probably a bit lower than Nidoqueen and Nidoking.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. Like, the best part about it is Vulpix learns Flamethrower really early. So you don't really feel bad about evolving it. Like, at like level, I think it's like level 22 or 23 when it learns it. But like, I don't know. It's just weak. The special attack stat's not very good, but the speed's nice. And I don't know. You can even run like mixed Ninetales. So I gotta change the song real quick. Do you know what just played? I don't think you can hear it, but it was literally the you know that video where it's like you can stop at 5 or 6 stores or just one. No. You don't know that one? Nah.
I don't think so.
And then they say like a weird like quote, and then they do like a little jig. Okay, never mind.
Sidetrack.
See, this is why I need you here. So yeah, I think that's all I had to say really about Ninetales. You can run like mixed stuff with it, but I don't know. It's B tier. Fire Stab's really good, but the stats aren't great.
Right. Let's pull up with the Wigglytuff.
Ooh, I think Wigglytuff's also going to be D tier. It's really bad. It's like really bad because it's another stone Evo, and it's like, what are you doing using your move? What are you using your stone? Like if you have one Moonstone early game, there's no shot you're using that on Wigglytuff. So there's no guarantee you're gonna get more. So yeah, I don't know. I probably barely used it. Like barely used it. I think I can remember using it like to a Gym 3 like one time, but it's not a good Pokemon. Like really shit stats other than its HP. So yeah, D tier, pretty easy.
All right. Now we're gonna go with a favorite of yours, a real deal favorite, the Vileplume.
Finally, well, this is like the probably the only biased like usage I have in the whole run, because I don't know, for you guys tuning into this, like Vileplume's like my favorite Pokemon, so yeah, I used it a lot more than I should have. It's like a, I don't know. I'm going to put it like bottom B tier, I think. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't learn any moves. It's another stone evolution. We're doing so many stone evolutions right now.
Oh.
Stone. But yeah, it's not very good. Like it's a Vileplume, like decent typing, but it's another thing where it gets a lot of mileage off being a grass type. So yeah, I'm gonna put it at like the very back of B tier. It did like okay in the Elite Four. I brought it 6 times out of the like, I don't know, 50 or so runs that made it to the Elite Four. But yeah, 3 and 6 with 7 KOs. You know, he did his work. He did his job.
Showed up.
There's other mons that showed up a lot better, but.
Yeah.
I can't find Vileplume on this thing here. Where are you at?
Easy to spot one.
I know it should be easy.
Tab in and help you out. I see Shifter immediately. Scroll all the way to the bottom.
He's probably down here, yeah.
He's just not on there.
He's gotta be on here.
I'm scanning with my mouse and I don't see the plume.
Wow.
I see Blossom.
Well, Blossom and Vileplume are very different.
Yeah. Vileplume's not on
yeah, I must have missed Vileplume somehow.
Oh, I see him.
Where?
I saw him 4th, 5th row beside Lucario.
Luke.
Powered on.
Oh yeah. It's because it's got that weird, you know, running
He's
stance.
posted up.
Who would ever like the running Vileplume? Not me.
We dropped one of your least favorite Pokemon. Alright.
I got the running, I got this literally like the sprite on my arm. Okay. So Vileplume, yeah, Vileplume's B tier. Used it more than I should have, but how can I not? Ever look at a Vileplume before?
Ever looked at him? Alright, now we're gonna go with, if you've played Pokemon Legends Arceus, you probably hated this Pokemon. We're gonna go with
Parasect. Parasect was brazy in that game.
It's throwing hands.
It was,
no matter
it
what,
was crazy.
No matter
Yeah.
what.
It's D tier though. I'm gonna put it ahead of the. I'm gonna put it ahead of the rat in the Wigglytuff, but I don't know. It gets leech life early. Like that's its like biggest perk is that it has base 80 stab as a Paras. But the typing is just awful. Like bug grass is so bad, and it has like what base 30 or 40 speed or whatever. Like yeah, it's not good. I didn't use it too often, but there was a no guard Parasect that Giga Drained my Gastrodon midair. That was pretty
midair.
Funny. I was using the fly Gastrodon.
Sniped him.
Yep. I got quick scoped midair by this little guy, so he gets a little bit for that, but he's pretty bad.
Street cred.
Can't say I used him too much either. So
talking about flying, we're gonna go to Venomoth.
Venomoth? I was actually thinking about Venomoth earlier today. Because I was thinking about it, it's like because it doesn't get any poison coverage, but it does learn all these psychic moves, and bug psychic is pretty good coverage. And I actually used Venomoth 3 times in the Elite Four as well, so it was one of those things where I was kind of grappling with where I should put it. But I think I'm going to put it right ahead of Vileplume in B tier. Yeah, it has a good move pool. The typing's like not great. Like another like good switches into those like really strong fighting moves. Like it saved me a couple times, but like maybe not. No, I'll put it in B. Yeah, B's fine.
Good enough.
If I can find him on here, I just gotta. Oh, there he is. Actually, I don't know. I'm going to put him behind Vileplume, but he's still going to be in B. Just getting Psychic as a level up move is like pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to put it B.
Alright. We're going to go with an arena trapping connoisseur.
Oh, Dougie?
And, Dougie trio.
Dougie's going to be D tier.
Hey, it's part of his name, D tier Doug.
D2 Doug, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. So frail. Like, what's up with that? It's probably, like, I would say getting a Diglett early game is, like, one of your least favorite experiences you can have. Because, like, if you want to carry it around with you, like, if you think you can send it into battle ever, you can't. Like, it's just going to faint. There's another Pokemon, too, that I'll talk about that is the same way. But, yeah, Dougie can't be trusted in the doubles format. Like, way too frail for permadeath. So, yeah, he's D tier. Good speed, though. Good speed.
Sometimes that's what you need. Quick guy, Sonic mode.
Yeah, obviously in singles, he's a completely different beast. So,
yeah.
And with Arena Trap. So, but anyway.
We're gonna go with everybody's favorite Pokemon villains Pokemon. We'll go with Persian.
Persian.
I'm not talking Prince of Persia.
Alright. Persian is gonna be... He's gonna be top of D tier, I think. To start here. Kind of like similar reasons to Eradicate. Like, the coverage isn't great, but I'm just going to put him a bit higher than the rest of these guys because he learns Fake Out, and that can be kind of useful. So, yeah, he's pretty much almost the exact same as Eradicate. A little less powerful, a little faster, but, yeah, D tier poke.
Alright. Now we're going to go with some duck. Kind of gold, but he's not really.
Golduck? Honestly, Golduck was... I didn't use it very often, but when I did, oh boy. He's clutch. Golduck's clutch. Like, very balanced stats. Definitely better than, like, all this stuff. Like, I'm going to put him right behind Raichu in B tier. another Pokemon that gets Psychic for coverage by level up. Or sorry, not Psychic. It gets Zen Headbutt, which is pretty good. Almost as good. It gets Hydro Pump by level up. Pure Water typing is like awesome. So yeah, I don't know. It's just solid. It's got good all around stats. You get any good moveset on it, like it'll work. So I used it in the Elite Four for sure. I'm just gonna pull up his stats real quick. Golduck 1-1, 7 KOs in its only appearance. So did pretty damn good.
What it had to do.
Yeah. It was hydro pumping things heavy. But yeah, Golduck on B tier.
Alright. Then we're gonna mosey on down to a really mad monkey.
Primeape? Primeape's gonna be like, I don't think I really used it, but I'm gonna put it in D tier as well. Like, I don't know, maybe like C.
No Annihilate.
Bottom, yeah, no Annihilate for sure. It's at the back of C right now. Mankey's pretty bad. Like, I'd way rather have a Machop or a Makuhita or something like that. So, yeah, I don't know, back of C. It's got decent speed and power, but like, there's just way better fighting types that you're gonna run into. So,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Hey Mom, can we get Entei? We got Entei at home.
We got Kanine.
Yes.
Arcanine is going to be A- tier, I believe. If it wasn't a Stone Evo and it learned moves by level up, like, it would be higher. I'm going to put it right ahead of Clefable and A-. But,
Okay.
yeah, it's another one of those things where if you're getting a Growlithe, it's like you don't really want to wait to become an Arcanine, but like it's in your best interest to like confirm getting those good moves. So yeah, I don't know, it's really good stats. Like the base stat total is like 535 or something. Like it's like a starter, so it definitely gets the job done, and it came along with me a couple times for sure. I'm just trying to find my note on it. Where are you? There we go. Arcanine, 2 and 3 in the Elite Four, 21 knockouts, and 2 MVPs. So it definitely got the job done for me. It just didn't. It doesn't pop up that often compared to some other stuff. So A- for Arcanine.
That's fair. Now we're gonna go into Poliwrath.
Poliwrath's good. I only brought it to the Elite Four once. I know that for sure. And it was really late. Like, it was like run 95 or run 96 or something. But I used it during the game a lot. And I would find myself, like, just losing, like, not losing it, but, like I would want to use something else over it. But that's not really its fault, you know? So I'm not really going to downgrade it for that. I think it's going to go in B tier, like above Golduck and Raichu. It's going to be the top of B tier. And fighting type added onto water, like it's really good coverage, and like it doesn't really like hurt you that much. Like it adds a couple little things here and there, like for defenses, but I don't know. I think getting 2 stabs is like worth it to get the fighting type. So I'm gonna put him at the top of B tier.
Alright, okay. Alright, now we got the serial killer himself, Double Fist and the Spoon.
Zam? Zam, you know, Zam did good. 2 for 4 in the Elite Four with 24 KOs. A lot of knockouts. But obviously it's frail, right? Like that's the issue. So I didn't really lean towards Mons like this too often, but just because of how good it is offensively and like what it can do in one turn, like it's gonna go A-. If he had some bulk to him, like it'd be a lot better. I'm gonna put him top of A- for now, but I don't know. You're never really that upset when you find an Abra. It's just a matter of catching it before it teleports away. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Alakazam, solid sweeper, special attacker. Can't really go wrong.
Yeah. All right, now we got the big buff man, 4 arms.
Machampion.
Mm-hmm.
Machamp's also A-. Also 2 for 4 in the Elite Four. So, kind of makes sense to put those two right by each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Machamp's probably the 3rd best fighting type so far. Or, like, total. It's got great bulk. It would be better if it got, like, close combat by level up, but it doesn't. The best thing you'll get on it is cross chop, which can be kind of annoying, but also kind of good. Like, I definitely lost lots of Pokemon to Machamp in these runs because of cross chop crits and stuff like that. But yeah, 130 base attack with good bulk and like a single type fighting type where you're not like adding weaknesses is pretty good. So actually here, I'm gonna put it behind Blastoise. Right here in A-.
Alright. Now we're gonna go with
Oh, I should probably mention that I edited the trade evolution, so say I get a Machoke or a Kadabra, they will evolve into Machamp / Alakazam, like, at level 37, instead of a trade. Just so I have access to every Pokemon.
It's a good thing to note.
I should have noted that at the start, but...
You miss some, you don't miss some.
A wise man once said.
What more can I say? Alright. I can say something about jellyfish and how they're so
Tentacruel?
cruel. That's the truth.
Tentacruel is really good spit F poke. I did not get the most opportunities to use it, funnily enough, but I don't think it made it to an Elite Four with me. But like, it's a good special wall. It's a water type, so I'm gonna put it in like the top of B tier for now when I can find it here. But I honestly didn't use it too much.
Okay.
But it's got a good level. Like the level up's good. Like it gets good moves. Pretty sure it gets Toxic Spikes by level up, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it's like, yeah, top of B kind of thing. Maybe, I don't know. It could be even like late A-, but I just didn't use it as much as these other ones. So I'm gonna put it late A-. Like, there's just a lot of water types that have a lot of competition. So
yeah, Tentacruel, late A-, like me, every day to work. All right. Now we're gonna roll on into a Golem, and I'm not talking Lord of the Rings.
Golem. Golem's not great. Golem's gonna be in the C tier. Rock ground is just so tough in this because of how many grass and water types there are. Like, I don't know. It's probably better than this stuff. I'm gonna keep Pidgeot at the top still, but yeah, it's not very good. Really slow. Like, learns like really powerful moves like Stone Edge and Earthquake and stuff, but I don't know, Earthquake's not even that great in this because you have to play around or build around it. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in like C tier. It's just got good move, the move pool's good, the stats are good, the typing is just really bad. So
sometimes you can't win them all.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna rapidly dash to get myself a drink while you talk about a horse.
Talk about a horse? Who? Which horse? Is that Rapidash? I'm just gonna go with the Rapidash. Rapidash is really good, especially with the randomized TMs and stuff. Like, you can actually get a Rapidash with a good moveset. So that really helps the cause. And the stats are good. Like, I'm gonna put it like right ahead of Arcanine here, just for the speed. And also Ponyta versus Growlithe. Like, Ponyta is like kind of a powerhouse like, I don't even care that it evolves, like, late. Like, Ponytail's a pretty decent mon, so... Rapidash I had a lot of success with when I used it. So...
That's what we like to hear.
You were notioning me towards Rapidash, right?
Yes, I was. I'm glad that you picked up on that. Now we're going to slow it down.
Hold on. Rapidash,
exactly.
Rapidash, 2-2, or 2 wins, 0 losses in the Elite Four, 11 KOs.
What more could you ask for?
Did really good.
Yes, no, slow it down.
We need a Pokemon in the A+ tier. we got 1 in S, and then A- down is populated.
Well, it'll come.
It will.
Sure.
It will. What do we got? What are we slowing it down?
Is slowing it down, bro. You know? Slow, bro? No? Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slowbro's just sick. Really good.
Shout out to anyone that plays Slowbro on Pokemon Unite.
Good in Pokemon Unite too. Yeah, Slowbro's gonna be another A- poke. The speed's not good. Like, obviously you don't like the speed, but
It's in his name, man.
Yeah, but it gets good moves, really good stats, and the dual stab's kind of nice. I'm gonna put it like right in between Arcanine and Rapidash and A-. If it got like one other like crazy coverage move by level up, like if it learned like Ice Beam randomly, I put it in A+, but it just needs one more thing to like be that good. So yeah, I'm gonna put it A- for now.
Sometimes you fall just short.
And Slowpoke's pretty good too. So.
And it's not far-fetched to say that.
Oh. Far-fetched is D tier though. I might not have even put it on my thing.
That's how out the way
I must have.
it is.
Did I? Yeah, Farfetch is like the worst, like very bad Pokemon. So it just
the worst, very bad.
If you get a stick, like if you're running that crit Farfetch build, then like that's kind of fun for like the first gym. But
I don't see the little fella in your life.
Yeah, I don't think he made it, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. Like, he's bad. Everyone knows he's kind of bad.
Yeah, but he's got character. He's got charisma.
I do like him. Like, but yeah, he's not here even. So on to the next one.
He didn't show up. Well, you know, you can go to three-headed bird, sort of running
Dodrio?
around. But yeah,
Dodrio's definitely better than like Fearow and stuff.
Yeah,
it's.
I mean, he's in Unite. He made the game.
Yeah, the speed and all that's sick. Like, I'm gonna put him in at the back of like B tier. I think I used him only one time in the Elite Four, but he got like murked right away. So I can't really give much good data on that one. But yeah, he just off base stats, move pool. Like, he's just a better version of Pidgeot and Fearow, and yeah, having a flying type's never that bad. So he's a pretty mid tier flying type Pokemon. Good tangibles or fundamentals, but can't put him higher than the bottom of the B tier.
All right, poor guy. Well, let's hope that the gong rings for the next one in due time.
Oh, Dugong.
Yeah, I'm trying to make references for as many Pokemon as I can.
Dugong's kind of nice. I used it only one time in the Elite Four, but it was really, really nice. Mostly because it learns Icy Wind by level up, and that's like huge in the doubles format. Like, it's so nice to have a Pokemon to just slow everything down and like ensure that your Tyranitar's rock slides are going first or something like that, you know? And to be like a ice type with some actual bulk helps. So I'm gonna put it like in B tier as well, like right behind Ninetales, right in front of Vileplume. Just, it's got a lot of decent things going for him. Like, he's not going to blow you out of the water, but there's a lot of good situations he can find himself in to help the team, so. And he's always looking happy doing it, too.
Alright, now we're going to go with the, what I would think is the OG Garbodor. We're going to go with a little pile of slime.
Muck?
Big pile of slime, I guess. Yeah.
Muck, Muck's like decent. I'm gonna put it in C tier. It's just kind of slow, you know. It's a poison type. Pure poison type's not very good. Not very good offensively. Very good like Spidef Pokemon. Like the Spidef's really nice, but it doesn't have enough going for it offensively to like switch in and do stuff. So if you're gonna be using it, like it's gonna be support. So, and yeah, it just doesn't sit. It doesn't sit well on the field, if you will. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. Pidgeot's just gonna be our homie, like leading the C tier for now, but it's second place.
All right, well, let's see if we add this oyster to the C tier and almost complete its name.
Cloyster? Cloyster is going to be a little bit better than C tier. It's got like, I don't know, the defense is nice. It gets actual Ice Stab and Icicle Spear as a little Shelder, like really early on. So that's nice. And then yeah, the only really thing is like the Spidef, like, but if you have anything that's like scary, you can kind of. It's one of those things where you know the threat, right? Like, the threat's pretty obvious to identify for it.
Yeah.
But it still can be a little annoying having to, like, switch around when you do get it out onto the field. So, I am going to put it in the B tier. Probably, like, right behind, like, Nidos.
Okay.
I just gotta find them. Can I ask you for some assistance?
I see him in between Victory Bell, Gengar.
Ah, yes. Thank you.
Also, didn't we already do Victory Bell?
No. I haven't done a Victory Bell rating yet.
I think I missed him. Yep, he was right before Tentacruel. I must have missed.
Alright, so Victory Bell?
Yeah.
Victory Bell is like a worse version of Vileplume. Except, yeah, I think Weeping Bell gets better moves, but like, I don't know, it's really frail to have like a dual typing. I think I'm gonna put it at the top of C tier and put Pidgeot down because it's still that grass type. Like, it can get usage, like if you need it for the squad, but like there's a lot of grass types I'd rather use. And it's another stone Evo, so.
Oh.
Yep,
Right,
C tier, right. C tier.
Then we're gonna go kind of right back to where you were on that tier list there and pick yourself up Gengar, top tier Unite Pokemon. Gengar is one of the harder Pokemon to rank. Ghost type's like really nice. Like 2 immunities off Hop is like pretty crazy. Excuse me. But yeah, Gengar went 3 wins, 2 losses in the Elite Four, 26 KOs. So I think it is quite good. Like, honestly, like, it just sucks that it's doubles and that it can take 2 hits at once. And like, it can't take the 2 hits. So I think I'm gonna put it top of A-. Maybe it's gonna be our first A+. Okay.
It's tough. It's tough. I think I'm gonna do A+ just because of the immunities. Like, they really do help. But
it's true. And
it gets like the best move it could ask for in Shadow Ball by level up. So yeah, I'm gonna do A+, first A+ one.
Nice. Good one to break in the A+.
Yeah, if it had actual defenses, it would be S, like, for sure. or if it had like if it learned like Spore or something by level up. It just doesn't have that 100% reliable way to always do something. But yeah, he's a good mon. Good mon.
Alright, now we're gonna act like a David Blaine type and try to hypnotize someone.
Hypno?
Yeah.
David Blaine didn't hypnotize people.
I know, I don't know any hypnotists.
Yeah, me neither.
Not really my genre of magician.
I don't know. I'm gonna put Hypno in the B, like bottom of B. Drowsy's like pretty good on the come up, like when he's little. He's like one of the he's one of the only good special defense Pokemon you can find early, I found. So I did use Drowsy a lot, but I definitely didn't use Hypno a lot. So just for that, just for Drowsy being pretty good, like Drowsy gets like Headbutt, like 70 base power move early, and it can set up, it gets Meditate by level up too. So yeah, I'm kind of ranking Drowsy, which is funny, but like I'm sure Hypno's fine. Like Hypno's probably just as good as like Venomoth, Click and Psychic and stuff. So yeah, B tier works.
Alright, okay. Now we're gonna go with the Big Crab.
Kingdra? Kingdra's pretty bad. For water type especially. It doesn't learn any physical water moves by level up. That's actually a lie. It does learn Crab Hammer, but not till really late. And by that time, you're going to have literally 100 other waters to pick from.
That's true. Water is in abundance.
The speed is too bad. The HP is too bad. The learn set's too bad. The Spidef's too bad. So I'm going to put it in C tier. Probably below, like, Sandslash. Like, right in front of Butterfree and them.
Okay.
So, I'm actually going to move Primeape up a bit, too. I'm going to move Primeape ahead of the bugs.
That's ahead of the bugs.
Yeah. That looks a bit better. Alright.
And then, yeah. I like that. Now let's go with the upside down Pokeball. It's kind of
Trode?
nice too.
Electrode's definitely B tier. Just because of the speed. And
he's rolling.
He learns Explosion, and that also caused me a lot of pain throughout the runs. But yeah, I don't know. Being a pure electric type with good speed is just like sometimes all a Pokemon really needs to get stuff done. So anything else you get during a run with it, like if you get a good item for it or some good TMs, like it's just a plus. So I'm gonna put him in B tier, probably like right ahead of like Dodrio and Venomoth, right with Vileplume. Him and Vileplume can hang out.
Yeah, good group of folk.
Definitely.
Now we're gonna go with somehow, a group of eggs evolves into a tree.
Exeggutor?
Makes a tree of eggs, I guess.
Yeah, he's kind of more of a coconut, but
close enough.
He's going to be in the C tier, right behind Victory
Coconut
Bell,
tier.
or right ahead of Victory Bell. I'll put him top of C tier. The offensive stats are nice, like the bulk is nice. The typing is awful. Like Psychic Grass is just too much. Like you're getting hit super effective by way too much stuff. And then it's also another Stone Evo, so you're really fighting to get a good moveset on it. So a little too much holding it back to be anything higher than C tier.
Shame.
It's a really cool Pokemon though. Like, love Aggie.
Aggie. Alright, now we're gonna go with the guy that kind of just has like one of the saddest backstories in the Pocket Monsters franchise.
Oh no.
Marowak.
Marowak. Yeah, Marowak, definitely better than Sandslash. It's nice. It's kind of cool because it's one of the only Pokemon to have such a unique item. Like if you get the Thick Club with this thing and double its attack to like 460, then yeah, you can be doing good damage, like really good damage. But there's still too much that holds it back, like the speed and the Spadef and just being so weak to water. But I'm gonna put it top of C tier, just because if it was like if the Thick Club was its ability or something, like, or like attached to some sort of move, like if it was always a guarantee that I would get a Thick Club every run, then it would be a lot better. But the only way to make Marowak good is with the Thick Club, and yeah, so really dependent on an item.
What would you want?
But it does
like a random run.
Yeah, yeah. Cubone's like decent early game though, so yeah, top of C is fine for Marowak.
All right. Okay. Now we're gonna go with Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan.
Okay.
Style.
So they're both gonna be. They're both not good. Like Hitmonlee is so frail, it hurts. But learning like high jump kick by level up is pretty crazy. I'm gonna put it in C tier, high C tier. Hitmonchan, I'm gonna put just ahead of Primeape. They both get really nice like move sets. Like Hitmonchan gets the elemental punches, sky uppercut, stuff like that, and then Hitmonlee, like I said, high jump kick. But the stats just aren't there, and for a pure fighting type, you need like something more to like hold you in the battle, like Machamp having such good bulk. But yeah, no, they can't really get by, so I'm going to put Hitmonlee higher because the stab moves, I think, like, just having that pure, like, nuke of a move can help. Like, I used Hitmonlee a couple times during the playthrough. I don't think either of them made it to the Elite Four, but yeah, Hitmonlee a bit better than Hitmonchan, but they're both pretty below average.
Damn shame. Well, I'm wheezing and coughing over here. The way that you're wheezing.
Wheezing's sick. I really liked Wheezing when I had one. It's such a good physical blanket check. Like, it can take so many physical hits that you just wouldn't even expect. And then it also has like a good level up moveset. And you can mix, like, it can be a physical attacker, a special attacker, like mixed, like lots of good support moves in the move pool. So I'm gonna put it in B, like pretty high B tier. Like, yeah, I'm gonna put it like top of B tier. Or no. I'm gonna put it like right behind Raichu for now. Pretty high B tier. Really good defense, like physical wall. It's kind of in the same boat as Tentacruel.
Alright, well, that leads me to my next guest. A stay-at-home mom. Kind of looks like a Nidoqueen.
Kanga?
Yep.
Kanga I never got to use, so...
R.I.P. to the boy.
He's gonna be my only no data. Mostly, I know that he gets like outrage by level up and a couple of things, but the base stat total's in a weird spot where it didn't ever really get to roll into another Pokemon. So it's not like there was a Pokemon I could evolve into a Kangaskhan. Like, it just didn't pop up very often. Those Mons right around 500 to 535 are like super hard to replace in the wild, so... Yeah, Kanga didn't use it once in the past 100 runs, so...
Damn.
I'm sure it would, like, I don't know, I could probably just put it in, like, the middle of C and call it a day, but that's not really fair.
Yeah. Didn't make an appearance.
Yeah.
Cut him. Alright. Now, we're probably not going to cut this next one. Seaking. The GOAT.
I would cut him.
Doing the job.
I would cut him.
Oh, never mind, cut him.
Seaking has an MVP award. Fun fact. So, I'm going to put it at the bottom of C.
He's the Seaking.
Seaking, but he's really bad. Like, just a very brutally average Pokemon. The move pool is not great. It gets Waterfall by level up, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it did really good for me in the Elite Four once on like a run where I had like 38 deaths or something. Like, it was literally like one of my last options. And it got me to Cynthia with the most KOs, so I'll put it at C.
Underdog story, Seaking in the C tier.
If it would have won, then I would have put it right up with Pidgeot, but it didn't get the win, so.
It's not the star like this next one.
Oh, the Mimi? So Starmie is a really weird one. Like, one of the weirdest ones I can rank. There's so much, like, pulling it being good and bad. Like, it's ridiculous. Let me just find it on here. I'm gonna put it at, like, the bottom of B tier. Like, below, like, Electrode. For one, because it's a stone evolution. And, like, I don't know, like, you want that Starmie as soon as you can get it. And Staryu has a very bad move pool. So staying as a Staryu kind of sucks. The typing is good. The offensive stats are awesome. It doesn't get as much out of its bulk as it does in, like, singles, where you can, like, really allocate your EVs. So a lot of the first couple times when I was using it, I was really expecting it to be able to, like, take hits better, but it doesn't. So it's in a really weird spot where I feel like if you get, like, a really good circumstance for it, it can be, like, sick and, like, almost win you a run. But, like, the odds of that happening for me, like, I never saw it. Like, it never, ever got, like, a good chance for me to do well. So I'm going to put it in the B tier. Like, this is probably going to be controversial. People are going to be like, what the hell? But it just couldn't ever find a spot on the team. It doesn't have the bulk like it does in 31 IV, like 1v or 6v6 singles. Like, just doesn't live the hits, and then you're stuck with no moves. So, but the raw base stats and, like, the speed and attack or special attack are so good. So it's tough. I'm gonna put in B, but, like, that's, like, the weirdest ranking, like, bar none, I think. So.
All right.
Yeah, lots to say on Starmie.
You know, sometimes I feel like you're trapped in a box, but there's actually no box there, and you realize you're just Mr. Mime.
Oh, Mr. Mime? I'm gonna put him right with Hypno. Almost does, like, the same thing. Oh, I can't put him that high. No shot.
Fair.
I can't.
He's just putting up walls.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him, like, with Arbok, because he was another kind of early-ish game Pokemon. I'm seeing this, and I think I gotta move Hypno down.
Do him.
I'm gonna put him at the top of C tier. He was so good as a Drowsy, but yeah, Mr. Mime.
But we're not talking Drowsy.
I know.
We're not trying to talk first evolution.
Mr. Mime is not very bulky, but it does get the light screen and reflect, so that's kind of good. It gets, like, psychic and stuff. So I'm gonna put it in, like, C tier, like, kind of upper end of C tier. It can be solid psychic type if you need one for your team, but you got better options, obviously. So
better options like Scyther, maybe a little technician, even though it's randomized.
Ah, yeah. Scyther. So Scyther is, like, the best bug flying type in the game. And a lot of the times when you're going to use Scyther, you're just going to turn it into a Scizor. So I'm going to put Scyther at the bottom of B tier with Dodrio and not really talk about it too much, because I feel like every time I had one, I evolved it.
Okay.
But standalone, like, if you do get stuck with a Scyther and no Metal Coat, like, you still have a really good Mon. Like, the attack and speed are nice. Like, actually learn Stab in Gen 4, so it's good.
Good Mon. Alright, we're gonna go to Mrs. Mime, kinda, and talk about Jinx.
Oh, Jinx is tough. Jinx is gonna be bottom of C tier, like below Beedrill and Butterfree. Or no, I can't do that bad. I can't do it like that. I'll go C tier, but, like, a little higher up. Yeah, just really frail. The move pool's bad too. And you have to be a Smoochum to level 30? You joking me? Yeah, actually, I don't know. I feel like I can put this thing low. Like, especially in doubles, like this thing can't live anything. It was bad, yeah. I'm gonna put it like with Kingler and Sandslash right here. So yeah, no, not much to say about Jinx. If it was a single stage still, like if this was Gen 3, it would be like a little bit higher, but Smoochum's so bad. Just gets knocked by everything.
Okay. Well, what about Pinsir here?
Pinsir's okay. The pure bug type isn't like great, but like it has good bulk and attack, and the speed's not bad. Learn set's really good. Actually, the learn set's not great, but it's okay. I don't know, it's strong enough to just get by on having good attack, so I'm gonna put it in like B tier, bottom of B tier with Scyther.
Okay. We're gonna come in like a Raging Bolt here.
Tauros?
Full on charge.
Tauros I could probably put like top of C tier. Good attack, good speed, good stabs, like gets good stab moves to use, but you know, it's pretty vanilla. It's just like a good fast hard hitter with not much utility behind it. And like you're gonna usually, if you're using a fast hard hitter, you're gonna want like some other aspects along with it, but if you got nothing else, like it's gonna get you through. Like it's pretty solid. So I'm gonna put it like the top of C.
Okay. And this one I feel like is gonna be fairly higher. We're going with a Nuzlocke Classic, a Pokemon Classic itself. Gyarados.
Oh, dude. Gyarados is pretty damn good.
That's one of the goats.
The starting theme of Fire Red Leaf Green started to play right when you said that. It was perfect timing.
Yeah, you get it. Gyarados is here.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna pull up the exact stats on Gyarados because it's like, so Gyarados finished in a tie for 10th overall, so it's gonna be A+, very easy A+. Yeah, six wins, 2 losses in the Elite Four, 54 KOs in the Elite Four. Holy jumping!
Doing God's work out here.
Had a couple MVP awards too, so yeah, I don't know. It's pretty self-explanatory with Gyarados. Like, if you're finding a Magikarp, like you're jumping for joy. Yeah,
you're splashing around.
Being able to get it at level 20 is insane. Like,
yeah.
The only thing holding it back really is that it does have like a little bit too many weaknesses, and you can also like feel a little too invincible sometimes with it. Like,
yeah.
But if you have a good Gyarados, like that thing is gonna most likely be on your team the whole game. Like, I think I am gonna put it into S tier. It doesn't like fit my S tier results, but I'm putting it in S tier because it's that good, you know? It's literally Gyarados. So, yeah.
And well,
Gyarados S tier.
Another goated Wada guy, kind of like a taxi.
Oh, Lapras?
Oh, Lapras. Lapras, if you will.
Shout out to Flygon HG, the GOAT.
Yep. That's the truth.
Yeah, Lapras B tier. Gets Ice Beam by level up. Like, that's pretty clean. I'm gonna put it like right ahead of Dugong. It doesn't get Icy Wind like that, but it's a bit better offensively than Dugong. Dugong's got the speed advantage. Like, they're pretty one and the same almost. I would say Lapras you just use a bit more for offense and Dugong's more utility, but they kind of fill the same role. Both B tier, middle B tier Pokemon.
Well, I don't know if you want to copy that for this last one or anything, but I'm gonna go into the copying Pokemon.
Oh, Ditto?
Yep.
Ditto, I don't think I got him on my list. but he would have been a D tier Pokemon.
That's fair. D for Ditto.
If it was new Ditto, it would be better, obviously, but not new Ditto.
Hmm. Well, if he's not on the list, let's go with the 3 OG EVs.
3 Eevees?
Yep, the 3 OGs.
I'll start with Flareon. Flareon's going to be in the C tier, the top of C tier. Awful, just awful level up moveset. Like the moveset's just terrible. The stats aren't great. Like the attack is sick. Like obviously you love it, but like it can't use its attack to the extent you'd want it to. So I'm gonna have to put it in C tier, unfortunately. Vaporeon, A-. Bit better with the move pool, but still not great. Like, you're running into like problems if you don't have a good water move, because you can't use Surf every run either, because like it hits your teammate unless you have Water Absorb or something. Like you just can't use Surf, so you have to get lucky with the TM a lot of the times for Vaporeon. But like if you get it rolling, it's a great Pokemon. Such a good wall. Jolteon, I'm also gonna put an A-, but like closer to the front. Just having that fast of an electric type, like with a little bit better bulk than an Electrode, and the move pool's not as good, but you can really like facilitate it well, and it helps your team a lot. Like you need that type of speed, so I don't know. Jolteon did really well. So it's going in high A- tier.
All right. Now we're gonna go to the fossils. Omastar, Bluetops.
I'm just gonna throw. Jolteon was 3-0 when the Elite Four, never lost. So he was doing work. Yeah. Omastar, Kabutops.
Mm-hmm.
Omastar is a bit better than Kabutops. I'm gonna put Omastar at the bottom of B tier. It gets both of its stab moves, like Hydro Pump, Ancient Power, which is nice, but the speed kind of sucks. The typing's not great, but I don't know. You can do some good stuff with it. I used it like way more than Kabutops, that's for sure. So Kabutops, I'm gonna put like, I don't know. It's got a pretty bad move pool. The move pool really sucks. And there's just so many grass types. I'm going to put it in C tier, and I'm also going to move Omastar to the front of C. Omastar is definitely better.
Alright. Now we're going to go with another fossil. Could have lumped these three in together.
Arrow.
Yeah, he's not a Taro, he's an Arrow. I'm not talking chocolate.
Arrow's a B tier poke for sure. The speed's really nice. Move pool, not the best, but I don't know. It's so good with the typing's pretty good. The speed's really good. The attack's good. It can switch in to like flying types really well. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in B tier. All around, it's pretty good.
Alright.
Could benefit from a better move pool, but what can you do?
You could, maybe play some flute music, see if it'll get up on out the way. Hey. And make room for Snorlax.
Oh, Snorlax. This is gonna be controversial.
Uh-oh.
Snorlax is A-, and it's like lower than Blastoise and Venusaur. You really think Snorlax is just gonna be able to like sit around, like, and like just never die? But that's just not the case, you know. Like, you can try your best and like really think that it's gonna help your team a lot, but usually I found it didn't really help very much.
Damn shame. That's what that is.
Yeah, it went 3 wins, 4 losses in the Elite Four, 23 KOs. So like a pretty average showing, like just over 3 KOs in appearance, which isn't anything crazy. And like, yeah, it just doesn't hold on to stuff that you'd hope for. Like it's kind of like Starmie, where like the bulk doesn't translate without the full IVs and stuff. So
Yeah.
A minus for Snorlax.
Poor fella. Well, love to stay in chat about Snorlax, but let's move on to the 3 birds, the real deal birds of this generation.
Okay. Articuno, I'm gonna put like bottom of B tier. Pretty nice poke, especially with no rocks and shit like to bug you and that type of stuff. Like just overall, you can switch it in and be like pretty safe. Moltres is a bit better than Articuno. I'm gonna do like a little bit of this, something like this, maybe something like this. Yeah, let's do that, or this. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, Moltres, the move pool is good. Like, you got your 2 air/flamethrower. The only time you're ever gonna see these birds, by the way, is being replaced for not Mesprit, sorry, Azelf and Yuxi. The only time you'll ever see them. So, and it did happen quite often. Zapdos was definitely the best of the 3. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory for anyone who's pretty well versed in Pokemon. But Zapdos is A+ tier for sure. If it got a regular electric move that wasn't Discharge, it'd probably be S tier. But unfortunately, a lot of the times you're going to be stuck running Discharge with a ground type, which isn't bad, but yeah, Zapdos' typing is just so good. Electric Flying is just unbelievable, and especially in Gen 4 when there's not as much to like beat it. Like, you can look at any one of these Mons and they don't really have a chance of beating a Zapdos. So yeah, let me I'll pull up Zapdos' stats. They weren't that great, honestly. I think he was 1 in 3 in the Elite Four. Or no, that's not him. That wasn't him. Zapdos is 2 in 3 in the Elite Four with 17 KOs. So he was rocking them like six KOs in appearance. That's high.
All right. Doing the work.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna finish off the gen with little clones, or I guess a clone and a science experiment.
Oh, we're through Gen 1?
Yeah. Once we,
I didn't use Mew or Mewtwo.
Skip them.
Yeah,
Throw
so
them in the trash.
Meganium?
That's the one.
Alright, Meganium was awesome. Meganium was so good. Like, I'm gonna put an A-. It's one of the only Pokemon in the game that learns screens by level up. So that's really nice, and you're gonna come across it like a lot. It's a really good support poke, and you only need 1 attacking move on it most of the time. Like, you just need Giga Drain or your Magical Leaf or whatever you're gonna get stuck with. So yeah, it did really well. I used it a lot, mostly because it really helps having a grass type. But 4 wins, 4 losses in the Elite Four, 20 KOs total. So definitely playing more of a support role, but I felt really confident with Meganium. So it's gonna go A- right by Slowbro here.
All right, now we're gonna fire it up a little bit.
Typhlosion? Typhlosion S tier for sure.
We're good.
Yeah, so Typhlosion learns Eruption at like level, I think 60, like right when you're going into the Elite Four. So it's straight up like one of the most important mons you could have going into the end game. Obviously, it's not like the best as a Cyndaquil and a Quilava, but you learn Flamethrower pretty quick as a Typhlosion. So Yeah, it was 8 wins, 3 losses in the Elite Four with 78 KOs total, 7.1 average per appearance. So, yeah, he's an offensive powerhouse. Truly, like, if you get a Specs Typhlosion, like, you can really, really assume you're gonna win, like, your Elite Four, like, pretty easy. Add Sun or something on top of that, then yeah, it's just Jover. You can't really do much if you're an AI on the other team. Like it literally like in the moments when you do get the Specs and the Sun with this thing, like it can one hit like Wailord from full with Eruption. It's hilarious.
And then you just hit him with the, that happens and you're like, damn, interior crocodile Feraligatr.
That was smooth. That was smooth transition. Feraligatr, also pretty decent poke. Gonna put in an A- with these other water types here. It made a lot of appearances in the Elite Four, but it didn't do like sickly well. Like it was 2 and 6, so 2 and 4, so 2 wins, 4 losses in 6 appearances. But 33 KOs for a 5.5 KD or whatever is pretty good. We're talking KD now. It's Jover.
He's got a solid KD.
But yeah, Totodile and Croconaw, like the moveset, their learn sets are really nice. Like getting Ice Fang so early is really cool. And then having the dark coverage along with that, like it's really good coverage. It's a mon I used a lot during the games. Didn't always make it to the Elite Four, but obviously made it enough. So I wish it could have won a bit more so I could put it a bit higher, but bottom A- is pretty fair because a lot of things do what it does. So
yeah, the things that don't do what it does kind of rhyme like turret, so they're kind of shooting.
Yeah, Fert's D tier.
RIP.
I did use one Ferret in the Elite Four. It's got a 1-0 record with a win. Like it's winning only one. Like it doesn't lose in the Elite Four, But it also had huge power, so like it's the same situation as the Sandslash, where it has an Elite Four win, but very situational, and you're never going to use a Ferret unless you have huge power on it. So
yeah,
it's a D tier poke.
Yeah, but he doesn't throw in the towel, and that's what I like about him. Moving on to Noctowl.
That was a smooth one. I think I'm gonna put Noctowl at the bottom of C, like below Butterfree and Beedrill. Kind of the same deal as them, where you get an early Evo to help you with like Gardenia, but yeah, it's Noctowl. The offensive stats are so shit. The defense is bad, but the Spadef and HP are fine, so I don't know. You don't really want a Spadef wall that has like no resists and bad speed, and yeah, it's just an early game. It's an early game Pokemon. C minus. It would be C minus if I had it.
That's fair. I'm just looking at Noctowl and thinking, like, do you think the owl in real life would eat a ladybug?
Probably.
Because I don't think it would be able to eat a Ledian.
Ledian would be throwing hands.
Yeah, it would be swanging.
I think Ledian's like the bottom of D tier. I think he's taking the last place.
Swanging hard.
He's taking last place on the tier list right now. Like, there's literally no reason to ever use a Ledian.
Sounds like he's kind of just caught up in the spider web.
In the Gyarados web.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Gyarados a little bit higher in D tier. Kind of let him hang out with Parasect because they both get Leech Life early, and that's like their only good quality. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to jump back because I'm just looking at the screen here and I'm seeing that we kind of missed Electivire.
Oh, Electivire will come.
Electabuzz, yeah. Electabuzz.
I'm gonna put Electabuzz as low data, no data, just because like I didn't mean to put it in here.
Skip him.
Yeah.
All right. Am I walking through a cave? There's damn bats in here.
Crobat.
Damn. That's the one.
Crobat's really good.
We all know that.
Yeah. Know this. The speed's like great.
Shout out to Shining Fate's Crobat promo.
Dude, that thing's probably been owned by so many people.
Yep. And so many people have owned so many of them.
I'm gonna put it like right above Slowbro and A-. Really nice early game too, because Zubat gets Leech Life, which I love that. It evolves into Golbat at level 22, so really good for Gardenia. And then it usually evolves like right after that. Like if you get a really early game Zubat, like you'll have your friendship will be high enough that you'll have a Crobat at like level 24. Like super good all the way through the game. Like great for switching into fighting types. Like it doesn't have the best move pool. Like you're missing like that really strong flying type stab, but you can run other types of sets, like even like Fly. This is like one of the most viable mons you could use Fly on. So yeah, I tried not to use it a lot, but I'm gonna put Crobat in A-. I went 3-0 in the Elite Four, so
okay, it's not too bad.
With
not too bad.
10 KOs, modest 10 KOs.
Yeah, seems kind of like a light in a tunnel. Something like a Lantern would do for you.
Ooh, Lantern's good too. I'm gonna put it in B tier with like I'll probably put it like right by Weezing and Golduck here. I'm gonna move Golduck down a little bit. Yeah, no, Lantern's nice. Chinchou's nice. Lantern's nice. Like Water and Electric Stab is like really good. And then it gets like a Signal Beam by level up, so it has like coverage. And it's really bulky. Like the bulk is like crazy. So Lantern's nice. Like solid.
Big fish.
Yeah, solid B tier for sure.
All right, well, I'm not trying to skip to Gen 5, but we're going to go with probably one of the only Pokemon that starts with an X.
Xatu?
Yeah.
Don't you mean Gen 6?
Yeah, I said it.
I got
said
you.
It and fumbled it.
I got you. Yeah, he's a C tier poke for sure. I'm going to put him like probably around like right around Jinx. The move pool's not very good. Natu's not very good. It's just really average. Like there's nothing that can put it like set it apart from anything defensively, offensively, like move pool wise. Like it wasn't a mon that you were like really excited to get because it evolves early or anything. There's just really not much to say.
Huh.
Yeah,
Well,
it gets
It
gets Nightshade and Hypnosis, so it's like helps you catch Pokemon. Like it's good at catching Pokemon, but yeah, I don't know, it's not very good.
But that ain't what you're looking for in the Nuzlocke. You're looking for something that can come in,
smack the
be
boy,
the goat, smack him down. This one's not quite a goat, but we're gonna go with the sheep.
Oh, Ampharos.
Yeah, that's the one.
Ampharos is B tier for sure.
That's what we're talking about, Bamfros.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it like.
I like that spot.
You like this spot?
That area's looking kind of nice.
Yeah, I think I'll do like this. Like a bit better than Electro, just because like how hard it hits, and it gets like Thunder Wave and stuff by level up. But it's a little bit slow, so. But it hits really hard, and like. If you don't have another electric type, like obviously, like you're gonna be pretty happy with Ampharos. So, yeah, it gets good use.
That's understandable. I'm gonna hula dance my way to the washroom while you talk about Blossom, and then I'll be back.
Well, Blossom's definitely like worse than these guys. It's really not good. Really low base HP. The move pool is like fine, but yeah, it's just your standard kind of grass type. So, and I obviously didn't really like to use it over Vileplume, being like a big Vileplume fan. So. It's not the greatest, but if you need a grass type, it'll do the job. So I'm just going to wait for Liam to get back.
Alright, I'm gonna assume that you've finished up, so we're gonna...
Yeah, Blossom, you know, low C tier poke all day.
It's no Viability.
No.
But we're gonna assume over here. Merrill, I got no puns or anything.
Azu's pretty bad. Like, not having huge power guaranteed is, like, awful for it. So, it makes it, like, probably the worst water type in the game. Like, worst fully evolved water type in the game, I would say. Yeah, it's pretty bad. D tier.
Okay. Lower than I expected, but makes sense not having power.
No fairy type, no huge power. Yeah, it ain't good.
He's standing there like a tree, you know, just frozen in time.
Sudowoodo? Sudowoodo's a C tier poke for sure. Hits really hard early game. Like, if you get a Bonsly into a Sudowoodo early game, like, that's nice. Like, you're not really going to complain. And it also learns the best move in the game in Rock Slide by level up. So, that really helps his cause. I'm actually going to move it a bit higher because of that.
As he deserves.
Yeah, no, Sudowoodo's solid.
Yeah, it deserves.
It wouldn't ever make it to, like, an Elite Four team, but in, like, mid-game, early game, really good.
Well, sounds about right, you know. We've already kind of spoken on this line, but we're going to go with the Toad.
Politoed?
Yep.
Politoed, I'm going to put at the top of C tier. Just good stats. Like, it's kind of like Golduck, except not quite as fast. But it gets, like, other things that are cool, like Paris Song and Hypnosis. So, yeah, it's pretty good. You're usually going to want to go Poliwrath, but what's this thing called? Poliwhirl? Politoed, right? Politoed. Politoed is, like, solid. Like, if you get a Politoed and you need a water type, like, it's not bad.
Okay. I'm gonna hop on over to Jumpluff here. You can almost say we're gonna jump on over.
Yeah, Jumpluff, I'm gonna put right with Butterfree in them. Butterfree, Noctowl, and Beedrill. The stats are really bad, but speed's nice. The typing is pretty solid. Like, grass flying isn't, like, the worst thing in the world. But yeah, I don't know. It's not very, like, stat-wise really hurts it. It gets a good move pool. Like, it learns Giga Drain and, like, a couple other pretty good moves by level up, but yeah, low C tier.
Damn shame. Well, you know, let's brighten it up a little bit. Get the sun going. Get these flowers blooming a little bit. Got a Sunflora.
Ooh, Sunflora's D tier.
Classic. Vitamin D from the sun.
Yeah, true.
What more do I gotta say?
Yeah, I think it's gonna go, like, right by Dugtrio. Maybe, yeah, it's gonna be second last right now. It's really bad. This base 30 speed and a stone evolution. Like, wow.
What more can I say other than the horse noise as we move on to Quagsire?
Quag's solid. Ground water is just such a good typing. That's going to be B tier. Move pool solid. Typing's good. Base stats aren't great, but everyone knows what Quagsire kind of does with its typing. So it really strongly gets by on that. But there's a couple better water grounds that we'll get to. But we'll plop them in the B tier.
Before we get to those, Before we get to those, I'm gonna crack a drink for shouts outs to. We're skipping the line. We're jumping gens here. We're going to Shiftry. Can we get a shouts out to Shiftry on the list? Can we get a C-Dot line? Everyone, C-Dot's in the chat. Let's get him popping.
If you're
little acorn.
If you're still watching at this point, make sure you comment C-Dot in the comment section.
And then I was here.
I was here. Yeah. I was here for when Yuxin ranked Shiftry.
Yep.
So Shiftry was okay. To be fair, I didn't use it very often, but the one time I did use it, it was really damn good. It has enough speed to like be like really threatening off rip. Like a lot of times I'd like to lead with grass types just because they have like a plus matchup into the most common typing you're gonna see in water type. So like a pretty quick grass type like this ain't bad. It's 1-0 in the Elite Four with 7 knockouts, which is like a really nice showing. So, yeah.
I'm gonna use my one time to bump him to the bottom of B tier. Real quick.
Okay.
I'm using my one time tier upgrade that I have just implemented.
All right, I'll let it fly, but I might have to
shout out to Shiftry.
I might have to shut it down later because C-Dot and Nuzleaf aren't good. Like, and it doesn't have a good typing. Like, Grass Dark's really bad.
Yeah.
But it gets.
I mean, look at that stance.
It's nice. It's nice because you can run mixed with it really nicely because it learns Leaf Storm by level up, and then you can run like physical, like after that. So, it's pretty solid. Yeah, I'm gonna put it at the bottom of B tier just for you.
Amazing. Let's jump back a gen. Let's go back it up.
All right.
And
where we
let's talk about some EV evolutions again. Let's talk about Espeon and Umbreon.
All right.
Day and night.
Espeon, kind of like a B tier, like really, really nice offensively, but I'll put it a little bit higher, like up here. Really good offensively, but frail. It's kind of like Alakazam, except Alakazam's like a bit more accessible. Like, I feel like you have to have a lot more go right to get a good Espeon than you do to have like a good Alakazam. So for that, I'm gonna put it in the B tier.
Deserved.
I think also Alakazam is a tad bit faster, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, they're the most easily comparable, but they feel far apart, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to move Espeon up a little bit more just because I feel a little bit weird about it, but there is a difference. Like, Alakazam is definitely better. So.
Fair.
And we got Umbreon next, I assume?
Yes, sir.
Umbreon, not as good as Espeon in them. It's got sitting duck syndrome for sure.
Just hanging around.
Yeah, it's got beat syndrome.
Damn.
I think I'm gonna put it in like middle of B, just because its bulk is so good. Like, if you get some nice moves for it, and like it can really do some good support stuff, but it's always gonna die. Like, it just feels like it doesn't quite have enough to survive. Kind of like Snorlax, you know, like same kind of deal, except Snorlax hits way harder back. So I'm gonna put Umbreon like B, like right by Golduck in them.
That's fair enough. You know, sometimes you go lost. You're scrolling your phone and then you look up and you're like, man, I'm in the unknown right now. I don't even know what's going on in this tier list.
Unknown is like actually the worst. D tier, super D tier. Only learns hit.
We can, you know, he's all the letters in the alphabet, but he's really D tier, let's be honest here.
Yeah. I put
moving on.
The one I got on the layout's unknown Q, so.
Yeah. Queue up the next one, Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet, solid. If you get a Wobbuffet with a good ability, like static or like filter or like poison point, something like that, something like a good sitting duck ability, it can be really nice. Like with the counter mirror coat, like it's got enough bulk to actually be able to just like totally fuck people up and like throw back those counters. those counters and mirror coats really nicely. So I don't know, it's pretty situational. Like, you're bringing it if you don't really have like something more consistent, but it can get a really good job done, but it also can just get crit and like screwed. So I'm gonna put it below Shiftry and B. If it was able to trap and like the AI switch and stuff, like it'd be like better, but yeah, we'll go B tier for now.
Yeah.
Little too inconsistent.
That's fair, that's fair. Alright, we're going with the tallest mon in the game.
Whoa, Steelix?
That's not a real... No, that's not a real fact. I was going for a giraffe.
Oh. This
pretty
is
short, actually.
Yeah, this is like a mule giraffe.
Enough.
I'm gonna put it like in C tier, like right by let's put it like right by Pidgeot, like in the middle of C tier. It's got dual stab, learned psychic. But yeah, there's nothing really special about it, you know. Learns like stomps, like feels pretty powerful, but like it gets.
But like it really couldn't break into a fortress, you know.
No.
It couldn't.
Fourie's
do that.
Fourie's good. Fourie's like A- for sure. It's so like the typing's so damn good. I didn't even use it that often, but like when I did, and let's be honest, the main reason I didn't use it that often is because every time I'd find a Pineco, it would blow up and kill me. So
Kaboom.
yeah, but once you do get the Fourie rolling, it's such a good wall. Like it's way better than like Umbreon or anything like that. I'm gonna put it like right here. Really good. Can get spikes up and stuff. It's nice.
Get your laters. Get your laters. Well, done.
Sparse.
Sparse.
Where you
I'm
at?
not talking Gen 9 Evo.
Where you at, Dunsparce? I don't know if I might have missed Dunsparce. I might not have got him on my list.
Must not have been that impressive.
I think he probably... I don't think I ever used one, so maybe that's why I didn't put him on.
Alright, let's drop him into the not used tier.
Yeah. Yep.
And move on to a little Gligar action.
No. No Gligar.
Gliscor. Nope, nothing.
I can do Gliscor if you want. Alright.
I do.
We'll do that. I might have... There's probably going to be a Gliscor picture for you later, too, but...
That's okay.
Gliscor is going to go A-. Like, right around... I don't know. Maybe right above Slowbro here. It's pretty good. Like, it gets Swords Dance by level up, which is, like, really nice. And Ground Flying is also just, like, really nice. But it also didn't, like, perform super well for me, like, in the grand scheme. Like, 2 wins, 3 losses, only 9 KOs in the Elite Four, so he didn't really pull his weight, but you can feel the potential for sure, so I'm going to put him in A-. I think it kind of hurts also that he doesn't learn, like, good stab. Like, there's no good flying stab for him. There's no good, like, ground stab, so we'll go A- for Gliss.
Gliscor, more like getting squished by the Steelix. Got no friends.
Steelix is bad. I hated Steelix.
RIP.
Yeah, I'm like, it's a good poke, like, obviously, but like it's not good for this. it doesn't do. It's not like a utility Pokemon, right? Like, it's a true wall with the defense. And when it doesn't have anything offensively to be done, like, it can't click Earthquake because it's going to hit my other Pokemon. Like, Steel Stab is, like, not good. Like, it doesn't do anything offensively. It can take, like, normal type hits and stuff, but, like, that's, like, it. You know? It did really poorly for me. I'm just going to pull up his stats here.
Pull up his stats so I can bully him.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
Like a Grand Bull would.
I'm trying to get him less money on his next contract. Where are you at, Steelix? Oh, here he is. He's ranked 137th.
So he almost had it in the first half.
0 for 2 in the Elite Four, so no wins, 0 knockouts.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna put him in, like, obviously I know Steve, like what Steve can do, but like for this format he's just kind of bad. So I'm gonna put him in like mid to C, like by like Arbok or something. Like, I don't know. He can live Explosion, like that's cool, but there are mons who can do that and do other stuff too. So
yeah, kind of like Quillfish.
Quillfish can boom on him. Quillfish is C tier too. The base stats are just not very good, but like he kind of gets fun stuff. Like he can poison anything under the sun, and he's got good water. You know, water poison
Really,
type's good.
What more can you want?
Yeah, I'm gonna put him with like Muck up here. Him and Muck and Victory Bell, the poison types, can hang out in C tier here. What we got next? Granbull.
Granbull, yeah, I thought we were going over him already, but
Did we?
yeah, Granbull.
Okay. Granbull, I'm gonna put at the very like back of C tier. Kind of like Raticate, like almost exactly the same situation, except he hits a bit harder and he's got a bit more bulk. So yeah, he can be pretty solid though if you need someone to just dish out attacks. Like, he definitely has an Elite Four record with me. I'm not gonna pull it up because it's gonna take a while, but he has an Elite Four win under his belt. So
all right, now we're gonna go to Scizor.
oh, Scizor. Oh boy, Scizzor's good, obviously. It's gonna be A minus, like very high up A minus for right now. Probably like right here, something like that. Like right with Alakazam and Venusaur. It's like Fortress, except like you can hit back and like, yeah, I don't know, really solid. Like the also another mon that learns Swords Dance by level up, and it gets all stab you'd ever want. So you can really do some fun stuff with Scizor. Like, you almost always get like an ideal moveset, which is nice, and you can't say that for every Pokemon. So,
But you can almost say this with Shuckle.
Shuckle's like Steelix. I don't think I ever used it, but I'm gonna put it at the bottom of C tier just because you know what a Shuckle's gonna do.
Yeah, he's gonna wall it up.
Yeah. Heracross.
Yeah, why did the chicken Heracross throw?
Yo, Heracross is really good. I only got to use it once. It's in that weird spot with Scyther where they're really hard to find. But bug fighting's like a sick typing, like really nice
Bugs
typing.
are small. Bugs are small.
True. But the one time I used a Heracross, he won me an Elite 1-for-1 with an MVP, like super nice. So he's gonna go A minus with Fortress. Like, these two bugs can hang out. If I got to use Heracross more, he could probably like ended up getting higher. He learns close combat like early. Like, it's pretty nice. Like, Hera's solid.
He is. And speaking of solid, I'm talking about a bear. Big bear.
Ursaring?
Big bar, even.
Ursaring's like C tier poke. He can hang out with like Girafarig. Another kind of Granbull-esque situation where, you know, they're almost like built the same. Like, good attack and not much else. So, yeah, can't really do too much with them. Like, they can find their one place if you need like a really heavy hitter, but not too often.
But then we're talking like Cargo.
When we're talking Magcargo, we're talking the D tier. He's going to be probably the only fire type in this tier. Mostly because they gave him the stupid rock typing for no reason. Like, if he wasn't a rock type, like, it would help him so much. But having all those extra weaknesses and stuff just sucks. Like,
Yeah.
Move Pool's pretty solid. Like, Slugma really sucks.
Slugma does sluck.
Yeah, Slugma really sucks. So I don't feel confident putting Magcargo anywhere near the C tier.
Sure.
So it's gonna hang out in the D tier. And it also evolves, I think, at level 38. Like, it's something just stupid, yeah. Alright, Corsola.
Alright, now we're gonna, course it up.
Corsola, I'm gonna put it in, like, C tier-ish, like with Kingler. Just like a pretty crappy water type. Having the rock typing attached to it doesn't help much, because it's not good offensively, and that's like the only thing you're benefiting with, getting rock typing. So it's kind of honestly a little bit similar to Magcargo, except I would say it's better.
Oh yeah.
The move pool's solid, like it gets ancient power and all the good water moves. So
yeah, we're gonna keep it in the coral reef here and go with the octopus.
Octillery? Octillery's pretty solid. Mostly because Remerade's really good. Like, Remoraid gets crazy coverage early game. Gets Psybeam, Aurora Beam, Bubble Beam. It learns like Bullet Seed by level up. It's like one of the only mons they gave coverage to in this gen. So I think just for that, like Octillery's pretty bad. Like the speed's pretty debilitating, but like, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a pretty high C tier just because it has a cool move pool. And it's good as a first stage.
Yeah, I agree. Couldn't even agree more. Especially with Delibird coming up.
Oh, Delibird's gonna go with Unknown.
Unknown tier? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. One move and it's bad. and
yeah, that's fair.
And you're a flying ice type? Like, hello?
Yeah, and so let's just move on from that.
Yep.
And let's talk about the one that killed Steve Irwin.
Yo, this is not the same type of creature.
I know, but it's close enough.
Mantine's good. Water flying's solid. And then this thing's one of the best Spadef walls you can get. Only issue is kind of hard to come by. Like, you don't see Mantike too often, and so Mantike's like, I don't know, I think it evolves at like level 35 in this like modification, so I don't know, I'm gonna put it like pretty solid B tier, like pretty high B tier, just because it's such a good blanket Spadef Pokemon. Kind of like how like Slowbro can be such a good blanket like defensive water type. Same idea, kind of. Except it's not as good offensively as Slowbro, so I'm gonna put it in like B tier with like Wheezing.
Yeah.
We got Skarm.
Skarmory.
Skarm's really fucking good, as I'm sure most people would expect. I didn't get to use it as much as I'd like because it's in that weird base stat total, but I don't know, surprisingly good offensively for me in the Elite Four. Like, I'm just gonna pull them up real quick. I want to put him in A+.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I should or not. 2 for 3, so 2 wins, 1 loss in the Elite Four. 10 knockouts for a defensive Pokemon. That's not bad. I think I'm gonna put him top of A-. If he was a bit more accessible, like the move pool, everything, all that's fine. Like, I don't think he gets like I think he gets Drill Peck, which is pretty solid, and then Steel Stab is like whatever. But it's really all about that defensive typing. Flying Steel is just crazy. So I think I'm gonna put him A-. If I got to use him a bit more, I might have been able to put him A+, but can't quite do it, I don't think. Really solid though.
But what about Houndoom, the Doomer?
Doomer, Doomer's kind of like those other offensive pokes, you know. I'm gonna put it in B tier, right by like Shiftry and Dodrio and Scyther. Yeah, the move pool is pretty bad, especially growing up as a Houndour. Like, it takes a while for you to get those good moves. Also, really hard to catch because Houndour is no roar, so you always get roared out. So I didn't get as many opportunities as I would have liked to use him. He didn't get a win in the Elite Four in the one appearance that like he showed up in. So I know like the potential, and like obviously Dark Fire is like just crazy good offensive stab. So I'm going to put him in B tier, hang him out with like some of these other offensive Pokemon that I know are good, but just didn't really get as much chance to use. So
that's fair.
Go with that B tier.
Now we've talked about the Seaking. Now we're going to talk about the Kingdra.
Oh, Kingdra. Kingdra's A+, like clean A+ for sure.
Clean A+.
Yep.
Learns
Dragon Dance by level up. So, really.
So, what more do you need to say?
Like really, really good. Like the move pool is insane. You can run special. You can run mixed DD. You can run physical. You can run physical DD. You can just do lots with it. It came 11th overall in the rankings of the Pokemon. So. He had six wins, 2 losses in the Elite Four, 42 KOs for a 5.25 average. Really, really solid poke.
Doing God's work out there.
One of the only downsides is that it takes an item for him to evolve from a Kingdra or from a Seadra. So, but if there was a lot of opportunities to find it, I don't know, it's a common item for me. Like I can say, like. I don't know. I know it's all random, but it felt common. There was a lot of time, like a couple situations where I had really early Kingdras. So
yeah, and that can do you good. It can get you rolling.
Definitely.
Get you really rolling down the hill like a Dawn fan pushing them.
Dawn fan do be rolling. Dawn fan's good. I'm gonna put Dawn fan in like high B.
Respectable.
Yeah, just really, really good stats for like everything you'd want, like a ground typing, good attack, good defense. The move pool is like fine. It gets assurance, which is like a super good move in the doubles format, especially being a slow Pokemon. So it can deal off these 120 base power dark moves, which is kind of nice. But if it got a better ground move, I'd probably be able to put it in A-. But we're gonna put her up in B for now.
Deserved. Now we're going to move on to what seems like a science experiment. We're going to talk about Porygon.
P2.
Number 2.
P2's pretty damn good. It's got good bulk. Gets a good move pool. I'm also going to put it in B tier, like around these other wall Pokemon, like Mantine and Weezing. If it was a little bit better either offensive or defensively, or if it was a later gen with Eviolite, like I'd be able to put it higher. But right now, just it's a solid Pokemon. You're not going to be like pissed off to get. Like everything about it's pretty good, so I'm going to put it high B.
Cool. Now we're going to go on to the weirdier pregame.
Stantler?
Yep.
Okay. Stantler is like low C. Another mon like Granbull and stuff. Just a pretty typical normal type. You didn't see it often either because it's like one of those weird base stat totals, like 485 or something. So didn't show up in the wild very often. But it's solid. Like if you get it early game, it's really nice. But there's just not much to say.
Well, what if you paint me a picture
Of a Smeargle?
Yeah.
Smeargle's probably, I don't even know, probably just as bad as Delibird. The base stats are literally like a homunculus baby.
Alright. Yeah.
And it only learns sketch. Like, you have to do stupid bullshit to get it moves.
Well, let's just skip over that and let it rip.
Hitmontop?
Beyblades.
Hitmontop, I'm going to put, like, B, low B. Because it's the closest thing you can probably get to a Machamp. Like, the stats are actually kind of balanced, whereas, like, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan just get blown up by everything. Like, Hitmontop can actually stay around for a bit. Doesn't have as good as move pools as them, but I think the base stats, like, make a world of difference, especially in, like, the base defenses when you have such low HP, so...
Yeah, but, you know, something that doesn't have low HP. Miltank.
You know what? The next one, too.
That's true. Oh, let me tell you about the next one.
Yo, Miltank's solider. Wow, I can't believe I said that.
Solider like a soldier.
Yeah, Miltank's like a little bit better than Hitmontop in them. The speed's just nice, and it's got good defense, too. So, yeah, Miltank can definitely get down and, like, actually help you out. Especially just by being fast. It gets, like, Milk Drink and stuff. Like, you can run, like, setup on it. It's pretty good. Pretty good for a normal type.
Yeah. There's no Blissey.
It is definitely no Blissey. But Blissey's not Blissey, you know? It's not the same as an online Wi-Fi battle, so... I'm going to put Blissey in A-. Probably, like, right here with, like, Gliscor and Slowbro. Obviously, just insanely good support level up moveset. If you get something like Follow Me to, like, add to it, or, like, I don't know, like, Reflect or something, like, any type of, like, team support, like, even, like, a Tailwind Blissey or something, like, super good. But...
That's the basic game.
But yeah, but obviously it's hard to, like, find perfect scenarios for it, and especially in the doubles format too, like, one wrong move and you're really screwed. Like, Blissey can't, like, it doesn't have, like, a margin for error. Like, you have to be on the ball all the time.
Sometimes you're not on the ball.
No, so I'm gonna put in an A-. If it was a singles format, it'd probably be A+. Like, if there was other things I could do to, like, make Blissey, like, consistently, like, do something, then I could make it A+. But just being such a good blanket Spidef Pokemon, like, I'm gonna put it with Slowbro, like, in that kind of blanket check area. But I can't put it any higher. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's start talking dogs.
Raikou?
Yeah.
Raikou's sick. Doesn't get a good move pool, unfortunately, but it's just such a sick Pokemon. I don't know. And with the randomized TMs, you can usually, like, kind of
pull up on the boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it just with Jolteon. They're almost exactly the same. Raikou's got
couple dogs.
Yeah, Raikou's got better bulk, but Jolteon's got better speed. So. And they both really, at the end of the day, come down to, like, getting the moves. Like, everything else, you know you're going to be fine. Like, even the natures. If you get bad natures with these Pokemon, it doesn't even matter that much. So, yeah, A- for Raikou. Did really well in the Elite Four. I think 2 for 3. I think they did the same, Zapdos and Raikou.
Alright, well, let's move it to Flareon's cousin.
He's not even much better than Flareon. I'm going to put him, like, with Articuno in B tier. Physical fire types just aren't very good in these late gens. So, I mean, if you have, like, actually, I'll put it, like, I don't know. We'll do something like this. Just clump these fire types up in here. Yeah. Because they're really not that distinguishable. Like, I think that Entei is probably, like, gets the worst of the move pool shtick. but just being like such a solid base stat total fire type like really helps it. And it's not common at all. Like I only saw it once. I think it could only get replaced for Uxie and Azelf, so it's not really something I thought about a lot. But it can't be any higher than like middle B. Suicune. Oh, whoops! I just put Cacturne. Yeah. I just put Cacturne and low data. Whoops.
Cacturne real quick.
Suicune can go right in A- with all these other waters right down here. It's probably a bit better than them, just because of the stats, but its move pool is like really close to similar with Vaporeon, where it doesn't get what you'd hope from it. Like it doesn't get the good water stab till really late. So yeah, it's really similar to Vaporeon. It's a little bit better, obviously, just because like the bulk's just overall better, but Suicune's good. Like you're not gonna be hating on a Suicune.
Yeah, no. Suicune coming in. And let's go with the GOAT. GOAT! We're talking T-Tar.
Oh boy. T-Tar's S. Is it S? Yeah, it has to go S. It has to. I used...
where else would it be?
Yeah, I used a lot of T-Tar. It had its moments of not being like exactly where you'd like want it to be. I'm gonna put it below the fire types, just because those fire types are so crucial to like quick, easy E4s. But Tyranitar overall, 12 wins, 7 losses in the Elite Four, so not too bad. It obviously learns the best move in this game, probably with Rock Slide. That like really helps it out. And then gaining that dark typing too. That dark typing is really nice. So it ended up finishing with 96 KOs in the Elite Four for a 5.05 average. So it didn't blow anybody out of the water with like the knockouts, but it definitely had its runs where it like was the MVP. I think it has 2 or 3 MVP awards at least. So
it showed up to work.
Oh yeah, it did its job, and it lived some crazy hits, like some stupid like fighting type moves, like superpowers and stuff. Like, yeah, you'll see. But yeah, no, Tyranitar has to go in S just because of the raw power. If it had a little bit more speed, like it'd be higher up in S. And the typing isn't like awesome defensively, but offensively it's awesome. Gets every coverage move you'd ever want. Like learns Earthquake by level up, Stone Edge, Rock Slide, Crunch, Payback. Like
the GOAT.
Yeah, he's really goated. Yeah, number 5 overall, but in the tier list he's probably not going to finish number 5. He's going to be a little bit lower, but that's okay. We'll go on to the next guy.
It's probably going to be higher than our next competitor. Talking about Celebi. He's got his own movie and everything, but he ain't carrying the squad.
Yeah, Celebi's pretty good, but I can't put it very high. I'll put it like top of B tier. The psychic typing doesn't really help it. Its move pool for where you get it in the game, like it's not going to be up to snuff. And yeah, it's 100 across the board. Obviously, it has its good like bulk and stuff, but the move pool is pretty bad. The typing is not very good. Base stats are awesome, and you're not going to see it too often. Obviously, usually these legendaries that are going on here, like they only get replaced for 2 Pokemon, and that's either Azelf or Uxie. For whatever reason, Palkia / Dialga was completely random. Like it could be a Seedot or it could be a Dialga, but yeah,
two competitors really. Seedot and Dialga, they've always been neck and neck.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're getting down now. We're almost through.
Yeah, we're chipping away.
Yeah.
We're looking at another grass type starter.
Are we on Sceptile?
Yeah.
Word. Okay. Sceptile's pretty not the best. I'm gonna put it like in. It's probably the worst starter. Like it probably might end up being the worst starter. I'm gonna put it like high C with Flareon. Move pool's pretty bad. Trico and Grovyle are just so bad. Like Trico is like crazy not good. I don't know how they got away making that thing a starter. But once you get past like
a lizard.
I know, he's a lizard, but like, come on, well, come on.
Come on.
Just because you're a lizard doesn't mean you get a free pass to kind of suck.
Yeah.
So anyway, Sceptile is not very good. The move pool gets better like once you get Leaf Blade and that type of stuff. It's like okay, but like even still, that's physical. Like you're gonna be wanting to run special moves, and the stat just distribution of Sceptile just ain't it. Speed's nice, but you're so frail. So yeah, I'm gonna put it like high C.
Yeah, shout out to Connor that we were about to talk about Blaziken though.
Oh, Blaziken's not very good either. I'm gonna put Blaziken in B tier. Where's that fighting type? Hitmontop? I'm gonna put it just above like Houndoom, I think. I'm gonna put it right here. It's really not good. Like only having 80 speed like really hurts it. Like level up moveset's good, but doesn't hit hard enough, not fast enough. The stats no hose, like no bitches.
What more do you need here?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have a very good time with Blaziken. He had a pretty poor record in KD. I'll pull it up real quick. I think he's 1-4. I just is that checkout? Is he 0-4? There's no shot. Okay, I can't find him right now, but he did. Oh, there he is. Okay, the Blaziken Shakedown, 1 win, 3 losses, 4 KOs for 1 KO per appearance. That's just not good enough. No. So
it's not doing the work.
Mightyena.
I was going to talk about Swampert, but
oh, Pert. Yeah, let's do Pert. That's S tier. Pert. Considering how bad the other 2 starters are from this gen, he really killed the damn game. I'm gonna put him above. I'm gonna put him above Tyranitar for sure. Literally, probably like one of the most Literally one of the most reliable Pokemon in the whole shit. Like finished 3rd overall, 13 wins, 2 losses in the Elite Four.
What more could you ask?
89 KOs for a 5.93 average. Consistency, he's consistent. Great typing. Learns one of the best moves you could ask for in Muddy Water. Yeah, just all around, way too consistent. Like for a randomizer, like way too consistent. You're always feeling happy getting a Swampert. So, yeah, he's pretty clear S. Like I think I'm gonna put him like top tier right now. He's top of the list.
Okay, now we're talking Mightyena.
Okay, Mightyena, I'm gonna put in D tier with Raticate. The move pool, you get Assurance. Assurance is nice, but base stat total is all below average. Typing isn't very, like, Pure Dark is, like, whatever. It's just a very whatever Pokemon. Like, you're not going to use it unless it's, like, really, like, positive nature. Like, huge power, adaptability, something like that. So, yeah.
So we can essentially move on to Linoone is what I'm hearing.
And say the exact same thing, yeah.
So let's keep her going then.
And then for
move it down to Butterfree.
Beautifly and Dustox are gonna go right with Beedrill and Butterfree. Literally the exact same thing. Yeah. They're literally the exact same. They can go right there. Good for the first 2 gyms. They'll help you out, but then they're gone.
Yeah.
Am I seeing this right?
Then you come up with Shiftry's buddy, Ludicolo.
Ludicolo is really good. Being water and grass.
He's like a worse version of Shiftry.
Yeah. Being water and grass is something that I really can't put into words how valuable it is in the randomizer. Really nice. If it wasn't a Stone Evo who had like such a trash moveset, like I'd probably put him higher in the list here, but like I'm just trying to find his statistics. He did really nice. I know he did.
He was trying real hard. So
where are you at, bruh?
Bro.
Yeah. 2-0 in the Elite Four. He didn't lose.
What more could you ask?
With 4 KOs, he's just holding it down. So I'm gonna put him at the bottom, A- with these other water types. But if he had better base stats and like a better move pool, he'd be like higher A- for sure.
Understandable. Reasonable.
Swellow?
Yeah.
I'll put Swellow right with like Fearow. You know, just your typical first route bird.
Yeah. What more can you say? Let's talk about Pelipper.
Pelipper, a little bit better than your typical first route bird, but not great. The typing's pretty good. Like water flying's okay. Without like Drizzle like being a thing all the time, like it's not as valuable. Obviously, move pool's pretty bad. So I'm gonna put it in like C tier, like around Quillfish and Victory Bell.
Understandable.
Masquerain.
What did we just do? Pelipper?
Yeah, Masquerain next.
We're gonna show outs to Hut, show outs to Gardevoir.
Oh, Guardy. Yeah, Guardy's good.
Ralts family.
Guardy's good. Guardy's gonna be B tier, I think. Really good move pool. Like it randomly gets grass coverage and magical leaf, which is nice. It really helps out. I'm gonna put it right with Raichu and Espeon in the high B tier. It can kind of get messed up by physical attackers, but the psychic hits really hard. So, and having magical leaf on top of that's just nice. So I'm putting B tier. I used Gardevoir quite a bit.
Slide on into Masquerain.
Oh, Masquerain. Masquerain's going to go right ahead of Butterfree. It's actually going to go a little bit higher than all that. Just because Surskit's good. If you can believe that.
I believe it.
It gets Bubble. And, like, Bubble early game is really nice. So, and then also Masquerain really helps versus Gym 2. Because it evolves right at that level cap. So, I'm going to put it, like, mid to low C tier kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good area. And let's move on to Breloom.
Breloom's kind of a tough one to rank. I'm gonna put it in B tier, like pretty low though. Probably a bit higher than like Shiftry and them. I'm gonna put it right ahead of Venomoth. It's just tough with the typing, and it's slow when its defenses. But offensively, it's so damn good with Mach Punch and Sky Uppercut. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how much damage it does. Like, it's like Shroomish evolving into this thing at level 23, I think it is like nuts. Like, getting a base 130 attack at level 23 is just nutty. So, I'm going to put it like mid B tier. The move pool kind of like loses out after like Sky Uppercut. Like, you don't really get a good grass stab until Seed Bomb. So, yeah, I'm going to go B tier.
Yeah, right. Well, you know, Breloom's not slacking off like the next competitor. He's even the third king of the whole place.
Slacking was banned, so I didn't use him.
So put him in top of the bracket. The way he's banned.
Well, he would have been S tier. Like, he would have been the best Pokemon. Maybe I should allow slacking for the next one.
Yeah, we'll save that for the next episode.
Yeah.
Because we gotta move on to Ninjask.
Ninjask is gonna be like right by Masquerain here. Nincada is also a pretty good early game because of Leech Life, which is, you know, Leech Life is nice. And then Ninjask is really fast, obviously, but the bulk's not good, so... Yeah, C tier for Ninjask. Gets Swords Dance by level up. Really good level up moveset, but frail is all. So...
Good to hear it. But... Shedinja... I feel like Shedinja and Ninjask will kind of go together here.
Yeah, Shedinja was banned, so...
Yeah. So we'll go with Exploud instead.
Exploud's like pretty low. I'm gonna put him with Granbull. What's it called? Whismur Uproar early game is one of the scariest things you can see. But
yep.
once you get later on into that, then it's so irrelevant. Like it's a HM Pokemon, kind of like Arbok and that type of stuff, where it just ends up being HMs by the end of the third gym.
Used and abused.
Hariyama? Hariyama's really good. It was a mon I didn't learn was good until like late in the runs too.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it did really damn good. I'm gonna put it right above Snorlax and Machamp. Having Fake Out and being such a bulky Pokemon is just so good. Like Fake Out being able to like enable like Typhlosion or Charizard to like get off your spread move, like so good. And it also gets like knock off. It gets really good moves by level up, like any coverage you'd really want. And you know how I was sending you like I thought there was a glitch where it could learn Brine. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
It learns Brine naturally. That's not a glitch.
It's just a good coverage.
He's like the salt Pokemon because he learns like smelling salts. He's like the pickler. It's so funny.
He's sniffing salts.
Yeah. He learns smelling salts. He learns brine. So yeah, no, Hariyama's really good. Learns close combat too by level up. Like really solid. Let me pull up his Elite Four stats while I'm here. Is he on page 2? Oh, wow. So Hariyama's ranked 20th overall. 3 wins, 1 loss with 25 KOs. Holy jumping. That's really good. Yeah. Cacturn?
Did we... So I'm lost. Did we talk about Delcatty?
Oh, not yet, no. Delcatty, I'm going to put it at the top of D tier. Just because Skitty gets Fake Out. That's literally the only reason why. It's literally a stone Evo for like one of the worst Pokemon, so it's D tier.
Alright. Let's move it down to Mawile.
Mawile. Not very good. I'm going to put it bottom of C just for being a Steel type. Steel typing is just amazing, but it has nothing going for it in this game other than being a Steel type.
Now, let's talk about Aggron, talk about Steel types.
Aggron is solid. He was on one of my 1 death teams. Yeah, having a quad resistance to explosion and that type of stuff's pretty nice. He's pretty, like, overall he's not great. Like, he doesn't learn any rock coverage. He only learns steel coverage, which is kind of annoying, but usually you'll have a TM to teach him. But just being such a good, like, he's another one of those blanket kind of checks, just like ghost types and explosion and stuff. So I'm gonna put him like B tier with like, I don't know, you're on Porygon 2 Gardevoir here.
Okay.
He has good results, so
There it is. Let's calm down, let's meditate here for a second. On the champ. Medicham.
Medicham?
Mm-hmm.
Medicham sucks.
Alright, let's Put him in D tier and keep on keeping on.
Yeah, same thing as Azumarill. No huge power, just is irrelevant.
Alright, well, let's jump to Manectric.
Oh, poor Manectric, man. He has such a bad move pool in this game. It's so sad. I'm gonna put him in C tier with like Sceptile and Flareon. Like this, like top of C tier is kind of like mons that are like really solid. Like they have good things going for them, but there's something that holds them back like way too much. And Manectric, that's the move pool. It's so bad. It doesn't learn any electric moves that are special until like level 70, and it's Discharge.
Alright.
So yeah, it's a sad case for Manectric. He'd be right up there with He'd be right up there with Raichu if not.
Yeah, it's mourn his death. Not so great. And go with +1 minor.
They're gonna be D tier as well. They're literally just Pikachu's, and they get good moves, but like their base stats are way too bad. So D tier.
Alright. Let's just lump these guys in and go Volbeat and Lucario.
Yeah, they're also D tier. Just irrelevant bug types. Volbeat gets Tail Glow by level up, which is kind of nice, but like you're not going to get any opportunity to set up late game. Like, I don't know. They're not usable past like the 5th gym, so.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with Swalot.
Swalot's fine. Swalot's like solid. I'm going to put him like pretty high C tier, like kind of by Hypno. I get Sludge Bomb by level up, which helps. And Gulpin's like pretty bulky for a little fella. But you're usually going to be wanting to like kind of use different stuff by then. So yeah, Swalot's pretty mid C. Like he can be good bulk, good move pool, but not enough going for him.
Yeah, and that's a damn shame, but you know, it's a shark eat shark world out here.
Is it Sharpedo time?
It's Sharpedo time.
So I alluded to Sharpedo earlier with Dugtrio. Just you can't do anything with it. It's a D tier Pokemon. Like it's just gonna die. Like there's no sense even bringing it on your team. It's that frail. Adding a dark typing to its water typing just gives it way too many weaknesses, and it's not powerful enough to one-hit anything unless you have like a band or specs, and then you're just gonna run into trouble. So I made a rule like literally in like run 40 or something. Like I was just like, okay, if you catch a Carvana, like just don't use it because it's a free death. So yeah, Sharpedo's not very good. Good move, like it gets good moves and stuff, but like when you're trying to, it's just so bad for permadeath.
Alright, well let's stop talking about sharks and start talking about whales.
Wailord? Wailord's like B tier. I'm gonna put it like by Blaziken. It gets Water Spout by level up, which is just amazing. One of the best moves in the doubles format. It's the same thing as Eruption except water, but obviously it's just a Wailord, so it can't abuse it that well. But if you get like a Choice Scarf and like it's a pretty solid like Wailord, like it's gonna do good damage. Like I ran it a couple times, so. And it's nice and bulky too, which helps. And water typing is obviously a good defensive type, so it can stick around and do its thing. Like it's solid, but again, better water types.
True. Let's move on to a fire type.
Ooh.
Let's actually do 2 in a row here and do Camera.
Yeah, Camera is gonna be in like the C tier. The coverage is awesome, but it's so slow and pretty frail. Like not strong enough or not like bulky enough to ever live anything pertinent. So I don't know. It also gets Eruption by level up, so there was like one Elite Four that I did get a trophy, I believe, but it's not solid.
Well,
Torkoal.
let's move on to Torkoal then.
Torkoal's a bit better just because you can run like you can just be defensive with it and like know you're defensive and like not have to worry about that. So I'm gonna put a bit ahead of camera, like kind of around like Hypno, like higher C. It's good physical wall.
Okay.
It gets good moves by level up, but it's too slow, and fire is not really a great defensive typing in the grand scheme, especially when you're running into so many waters. So yeah.
Well, let's move on to a pig over here. It's kind of grumpy.
Grumpig?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Grumpig like right with Hypno. They do close to the same thing. They both get like stab, like psychic. Grumpig's a bit faster, so that kind of helps the cause a bit. But I don't know, just a psychic type, you know.
Yeah. All right, let's spin the block on him.
Spinda.
Yep.
Spinda's D tier with Raticate and Furret and all that. Just a filler normal type Pokemon.
Makes sense. We've already shouted this guy out once in the video. So
Cacturn?
let's do it again. Shouts to Flygon HG.
Oh, Flygon.
Making great content.
Yeah, true. Flygon's A+. For sure.
We're not talking the guy anymore.
Yeah, he's gonna go right below Zapdos in A+. Really solid. He gets Dragon Claw by level up, which is really nice. Like, Trapinch is good too. Vibrava kind of sucks, but Trapinch is good because of that attack stat.
For such a little guy.
Yeah, Flygon went 4 for 4 in the Elite Four, so 4 wins, 4 losses with 41 KOs. So just over 5 average. So he did really well. Always did good for when he came. But there's a Pokemon that's a lot like him that I used over him when I could. Like, we'll get to him, obviously. So, but Flygon's really...
that's going to be Cacturn.
Haha. Yes. But yeah, Flygon A+ for sure. Just the Ground Dragon's such a good typing, and move pool's good. The only thing that really holds it back is the Vibrava stage, level 30 to 40. But worst case scenario, you chuck them in the box for gyms like 4, 5, 6. But yeah, Cacturn's gonna be a D tier Pokemon. He's like Shiftry, except Shiftry has that like base 80 speed.
Better everything.
Pretty much, yeah. I think Shiftry gets everything that Cacturn gets, except Shiftry gets Leaf Storm and is faster. So
yeah,
and I think that's a pretty big deal. So I'm gonna put Cacturn in like D. It's really bad. It's kind of like Sharpedo. It's got super bad defenses and stuff. So
yeah, but Altaria, I'm talking different Mon here.
Altaria is solid.
Good Mon.
People won't like think it's very good because of like there's so many better like dragon types. But I don't know.
Altaria for Pokemon Unite, that's all I'm saying.
Ooh, if it wasn't already like farm, it probably would be.
True.
Because it's like the birds right now, right?
Yeah, so birds.
Yeah. Learns Dragon Dance by level up. I mean, anything that learns Dragon Dance by level up, I'm pretty happy with. Like 2 for 2 or 2-0 in the Elite Four. Like didn't get a loss for me. Good bulk. Good typing.
Yeah.
It doesn't really get a good move to like abuse DD with, but like worst case scenario, you run like Strength, Waterfall, something like that. Like I don't know, it has options. And even worst case scenario, like to that worst case scenario, you can run it as like a defensive Pokemon. So
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Altaria is solid. I'm gonna put it right in.
You know what I'm not talking about? Geese. I ain't talking about
Zangoose?
I'm talking Zangoose.
Yeah, Zangoose is like, I'm gonna put him C tier. Put him C tier with like Ursaring. Kind of the same idea. A little bit faster, a little not as strong, but it's pretty much the exact same idea. Just another normal type wall breaker.
Alright, alright. And we're gonna go with its counterpart, Seviper.
Seviper's way doper. I used
That's
one.
true.
I used one Seviper in the run, and I really loved using it. But it's not very good. Like, it's got a sick design and all that, but I'm gonna put it with like these other poison types like Swalot and Muck. Even though they do like quite different things. Like Seviper is like a mixed offensive attacker. It doesn't have good speed or anything, but it's sick. I don't know. I'm gonna put it like mid-C.
No, shouts out to Kid Cudi because we're going day and night with these two.
Yo,
No?
sorry. I had my mic off for a sec.
Well,
Day and
shout
night.
out to Kid Cudi, day and night time. These two.
Yeah, these are both C tier pokes as well. They learn Rock Slide, which is kind of nice, but not quite enough going for them. I tried to use both of them, and they both didn't do very well as much as I tried by force of will. But cool offensive typing, and yeah, just wish there was a little bit more going for them. Like if they were faster, or like I don't know, just had something. They just don't have quite enough to be like consistently good. So put them in the C tier.
Alright, alright. That's fair. Let's talk Whiscash then.
I recently learned what this was based off of.
Really?
Yeah, it's based off of a Philippine legend of a catfish that would cause earthquakes, like a giant catfish. Yeah. It's gonna be like low B, just because the typing's really nice. It's kind of like Quagsire, except a little bit worse. I might actually put it like top of C. I think it learns like, I think Curse, or it learns like Rest, and like it gets some pretty good moves by level up, like some good utility, some stuff to keep it around. So I'm gonna put it like top of C, mostly based on the typing.
Yeah. Good reasoning, good reasoning. Let's keep it in the ocean here and go Crawdon.
Crawdon's also gonna be like C. We'll put him with these other water types here. Really hard hitter, obviously, but the speed again, it's just without bulk and not having speed, like he can't stick around for 2 hits. So yeah, it's the same thing kind of with the Sharpedo syndrome, you know, where you have such good offensive typing and stab, but like the bulk and everything, like, you just can't stick around. So I don't know, it could be okay in certain situations, but it can be a detriment, like bringing it around a lot. So I'm gonna have to put it in C tier.
That's fair, that's fair. Now let's keep it in the C lettering and go with Claydol.
Claydol's pretty solid. I'm gonna put Claydol in like B, like right by I'll put it like right behind Altaria, like mid B. Really solid typing. Ground Psychic's nice. Gets all the moves you'd really want with a Claydol. And then obviously really bulky. They can actually live hits, which is nice, but doesn't dish them out as much as you'd want them, like as well as you'd want them to, but he can support the team. He can dish back some hits, and yeah, overall pretty solid. You're not going to be complaining too much.
Okay. Let's keep that C alphabetical going.
Cradilly, definitely a pretty solid poke here. Leaning like A minus, I think. Something like probably like right about here, like right by Suicune. Really nice, like overall bulk. The move pool can be kind of lame, but like it's another one of those Pokemon that can sit around and you feel pretty comfortable about it. Like you can click I think it's like what acid spray, so you can like drop people's sped F and that type of stuff, like be a support poke on the side. But then it learns Energy Ball by level up going into the Elite Four, which is really all it needs, just that one good stab move. So yeah, it's really good. Like, I had really good experiences with Cradily, so I'm gonna put it in A-.
That's a respectable spot. No, let's keep the fossils going and go Armadillo. Man.
Armaldo. Armaldo not quite as good. Bug Rock is like a decent type. Anorith is pretty good too, like his little baby mode. Let's put it beside Omastar, let's put it beside Kabutops here. In C tier, it doesn't get any good stab rock moves till really late. Like, it has quite an odd move pool level up set. It gets like Water Gun and Metal Claw and some other weird stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's pretty solid, but
all right. Let's go to Gyarados' hot cousin fish.
Milo.
If I may go a little off.
Yeah, Milo's pretty good. I'm gonna put Milo in A-. Probably. Let's go like right up here with Snorlax. Obviously, one thing about Milo is that I could not find out a way to evolve Feebas in this game, so that anytime I used Milo, it would be as a Milo. Like, I wouldn't have to deal with a Feebas. And it only really appeared late game in the last 4 encounters and Uxie Azelf. So I didn't get to use it quite as much, but it did start popping up a lot late game, and it was really good. It should be like pretty high in the rank here. Yeah, it's tied for 30th. 3 wins, 2 losses, and 18 KOs. So 18 KOs and 5 appearances is pretty solid. So yeah, like, you're not complaining about Milo. Like, the stats are really good overall. Typing's good. Learns like Hydro Pump, Captivate, like good moves. So yeah.
But I'm assuming that this next one, Cast Form, is not going to be in the same bracket.
Nah, Cast Form's going to be like just below Mawile in C tier. It's pretty good early game. Like, if you get one early, like, it gets stab Weather Ball, which is like kind of fun. Like, but yeah, it's not good. Like, obviously,
Yeah,
it's kind of fun though.
then we got another transforming kind of Pokemon. We got Kecleon.
Kecleon's gonna be D tier as well. Yeah, just a pretty poopy normal type. Good Spadef though.
Yeah, pretty mid.
I think it gets like Shadow Claw by level up. Like, it gets like a couple of cool things, but nothing worth using.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to Bayonet then.
Bayonet, I'm gonna put in like C tier.
Okay.
Ghost typing's kind of nice, but Bayonet's really slow and frail, and yeah, it can't really abuse its good attack stat because there's no good physical ghost stab. So yeah, I'm gonna put it with like Kingler, like low C. It's kind of fun. But
That's fair.
did we get Sableye? I still got Sableye here.
Let's do them up.
Alright, Sableye I'm gonna put in C tier, but he's gonna be higher than like Bayonet and stuff. Really nice type, like the typing, no weaknesses is really nice. So this mon's like super good mid game. So like, if you get I had a couple that had good natures and like abilities, so like I felt really safe bringing them along till like level 40. But like, once you get to about there, like, you can really feel like the lack of damage and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna put him like C. The typing really helps him.
Yeah, understandable. Great typing. Let's move it on over for another ghosty boy, Dusclops.
Dusclops. I don't have Dusclops. I got Dusk Noir. So I'll do that.
It's on my sheet, so
That was my bad. I'll just do Dusknoir right now. Dusknoir is like a B tier poke. Really nice stats. Just that HP and speed are kind of bad. But it's got enough to like get you through. Like especially with the TMs being randomized, like you can kind of aid. It's more, you know, mid move pool. It would be really nice if there was like a cool stab move for Ghost. It just doesn't really exist, so I'm gonna put him in B tier, but he could be better, you know?
yeah. Well, let's move on to the flying tree.
Tropius. Tropius is kind of like in Kangaskhan's like area where he's like right in that base stat total where I didn't find him ever. So I'm gonna put him in low data, no data, and move on.
Move on to Chimecho.
Yeah, Chimecho is pretty bad. I think he's probably the worst psychic type.
Yeah.
Learns like psychic, like no coverage though, like a bunch of really like outlandishly niche moves in its move pool. Like, it'd be a lot better if it just like was a special attacker, but they want it to do a bunch of weird stuff, so I'm gonna put it like top of D tier.
Let's talk about Absol.
Absol, it's like a glorified, it's like a super version of Mightyena, you know. It's not great just because it's got nothing going for it other than attack, so I'm gonna put it like high C though. Put it like with Manectric. It's if it had like 20 more points in speed, like you'd feel a lot better about it because the attack's so nice. But yeah, move pool is pretty good too. So
all right. Let's continue on to Glalie then.
Glalie solid, like for an ice type. He's kind of like solid, you know, for being an ice type, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, his move pool is really nice. He gets like ice beam and everything you'd want, but I don't know. I think his stats are all 80s across the board or something, so he's pretty all around solid. Doesn't quite get enough to push him anywhere like high, but he's gonna be in C tier.
All right. Let's go with Wall.
Walreign's gonna be up in the Dugong area of B tier with Lapras and Dugong. They all pretty much do the same thing. So yeah, it doesn't get like Icy Wind, but it does get the offensive moves like Lapras, but it's bulkier than Dugong. So I'm gonna put it like right in the middle of those two. All three of them do like really similar things.
Okay. And then let's move on to Huntail and Garibus.
They're gonna be top of. I don't know. These are mons you want to just put in D tier, but they're not actually D tier. I'm gonna put them both like high C. Probably Gorbis a bit higher than Huntail, like quite a bit higher actually. Gorbis gets Psychic by level up, which really helps it. And its special attack is really good. It's just the speed and Spidef kind of suck. Huntail doesn't get that nice Psychic like Gorbis does. It gets Crunch. And also being a physical water type isn't as good as being a special water type. They both have really low speeds, but good defenses. Yeah, Huntail is like honestly perfect, right, with Kingler here. And then Gorbis, yeah, a little bit higher than Huntail, but still nothing to really write home about.
Alright. Let's keep going on the fish and go Relicanth.
Relicanth I'm going to put right beside Corsola. Mid-C, like, I think Relicanth gets a better move pool. Maybe I'll put him, like, with Golem. Like, good attack, like, really slow, and obviously with some pretty tough weaknesses to grass and, like, electric and ground, and yeah, I don't know. It's not the greatest thing in the world. Too slow to do anything.
Yeah.
We have big boys up now, eh?
Yeah, we got an unseen goat of the fucking Ludwig Platinum Ludlock run. We got Love Disc.
Oh. I thought we were. I don't have Love Disc on my list.
Perfect. We got Salamence coming in hot.
That's what I thought we were up to. Salamence is S. Yeah.
As we all saw.
Yeah. So good. Like, I'm gonna put it like, probably right here, I think. Does that check out? He's ranked fifth in my rank all time. So
what more can you say?
Or sorry, he's ranked 6. He's ranked 6.
I was gonna say I thought T-Tar was 5th.
Yeah, he's ranked 6. Sorry, I'm gonna keep him behind the fire types and T-Tar. I think I'm gonna put him like right here, like 5th place in S tier right now. 10 wins, 4 losses in the Elite Four with 70 knockouts for an even 5 average. I didn't use him like. If I had a choice of using him or Dragonite, I'd use Dragonite more often. The bulk's just not quite there, but you can run like special and physical on this, and the speed's really nice, and obviously it gets like Dragon Claw, Crunch, Zen Headbutt, like super good move pool. So yeah, it's a pretty easy S, but it's not the best Dragon Flying type. So
well, let's move on to one of the hardest captures in the game, the Beldum line, Metagross.
Luckily, I edit the captures, so.
Oh, cheating.
Luckily, I cheat. So, yeah, Metagross is going to be, well, it's the best. It's going in the best I ever had category.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Number 1 ranked Pokemon. 23 wins, 4 losses in the Elite Four with 189 KOs. That's an average of 7 per appearance, and he had more than half. Like, he had double the amount anyone else like did for wins. So yeah, I don't know, super solid. Like, the typing is too broken.
What more did I know?
Steel Psychic is broken in Gen 4 before like being neutral at Ghost and Dark is hilarious. And yeah, like easily the most reliable Pokemon like in the whole game.
Yeah, showing up, doing the job.
Yeah.
Doesn't hate his job.
No, he carried the team. Even if you had to run special, like even if you got like a modest one with bad attack IVs, like that's fine. He learns Psychic by level up. He learns Meteor Mash by level up. Like he learns literally fucking any.
Up by level up.
Gets everything you'd ever want in a Pokemon.
He's got the moves.
I would run Quick Claw usually, and it would just be busted. But yeah, Metagross. A little anticlimactic, but we're gonna put him in the top right off the hop here.
As we should. And then we're gonna pull up on the Reggie squad.
All right, Regirock. I'm gonna go like high C tier. Not really a good move pool, but like great defense. So stats kind of just put it there. Regice, kind of same deal. Gonna put it right beside Regirock in high C. Typing's a bit worse. Offense is a bit better, and like I kind of like the Spadef. It's kind of nice. And then Registeel is gonna be way higher than all those idiots.
Yeah, good. Yeah,
Registeel is gonna go like kind of bottom at A- here. He's gonna go right with 40. They almost do the same thing, except Reggie's move pool is probably worse. It's like running like Zap Cannon and like Superpower and a bunch of stupid stuff. So usually you got to find some TMs for it, but if you do, it can be a very nice wall for the squad.
That's what you want sometimes.
We got Latias next.
Like, yeah, I was going to say 2 of the main Pokemon to one of my favorite childhood movies. Ash Ketchum and the Legend of Latias turning into a dude after, or not a dude, a chick after kissing Ash.
Yeah.
That's all I remember from that movie.
That was different.
But I remember loving that movie.
Ashley fell in love with the Latias.
Yeah, so you know they're a good Pokemon.
Yeah. Latios I only used one time, but it was broken. It had 15 KOs in one appearance, so I'm pretty safe to put it in an S tier slot here. I'm gonna put it right behind Ments, just because Ments did so much work for me, and like I don't really feel like it's really fair to put like a one-offer like Latios is higher than him. I just don't really think he deserves that fate, you know?
Yeah.
But Latias I did use 3 times. It was 1 win, 2 losses, so it's not like getting it's like an automatic win or anything. But it did average. It averaged 7 KOs, and in the 1 win we did have, it was the MVP with 15, which is like a really high number for one Pokemon. So I think based off those 4 runs, I can pretty safely assume that like Latios is like a little bit better than Latias, but they're both like S tier. Like maybe I'll just put them both at the end of S just to kind of show that's my thoughts. But yeah, we'll do that. They're both S tier mons. The move pool level ups aren't awesome. Like you're gonna have Mist Ball, I think, which is only 5 PP, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I don't know. If you get TMs of any sort, like you're gonna be fine. So Torterra.
I was gonna talk about Jirachi, but that's okay.
Oh, Rachi.
Yeah, but we can move to Torterra.
Well, I did use Jirachi. I don't have him on my thing though, so I'll just talk about him real quick. Jirachi's kind of like the other pseudo, or the other like mythicals. I'd put him right here with Celebi at like the top of B, like maybe low A- or so. Just kind of a poor move pool, but the typing's obviously like busted. So, and you can't really rely on getting like a Jirachi. Kind of the same thing as Celebi in that. That's why they're not like super high ranked, but yeah, he'd be right there in A-.
Alright, let's go on to Empoleon.
Empoleon. Okay. Empoleon's A+ for sure. Like super nice typing. Would be nicer if it got like a little bit of a better level up moveset, but getting Brine is pretty nice. Brine's pretty good for a slower mon like this, and then just it being a steel type is like so nice. Like water steel is just beauty. So yeah, Empoleon's pretty solid A+, like can do both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah. I'm not seeing Infernape on my side of things here.
No Infernape?
I'm sure we want to talk about that fella.
Yeah, I got Infernape over here. I'll do him right now. Infernape, I'm not sure if I want to put him at the bottom of A-, or the top of A-, or the bottom of A+. He was 4 wins, 5 losses in the Elite Four with only 32 KOs for 3.55, which isn't great for an offensive Pokemon, but he did win the Elite Four MVP twice. Really good move. Really, it does seem like every Mon was doing that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put him top of A-, like right behind Skarm. Like the move pool is really nice, and like obviously becoming an Infernape at level 36 is nice. And also Monferno being level 14 is kind of clean. But yeah, I don't know. A little too frail. Just a little bit too frail for doubles, but super nice offensively.
Yeah. Let's put a regional bird.
Raptor?
Star.
Raptor's in B tier for sure. Probably put him like mid B. Didn't use it too often, usually because, I don't know, I felt like Staravia was a little bit hard to keep through the mid game. But, I don't know, learning close combat's just really nice. And Brave Bird, and like you're going to have like ideal move set for this thing, which is really nice. And then, I don't know, the speed's good, the attack's good. So I'm gonna put it like middle of B.
Alright.
Did we skip Torterra?
No, I thought we did Torterra.
I haven't done it yet, so I'll do that.
Okay, let's do Torterra.
Torterra was a mon that I had to ban
Oh.
because I accidentally cheated with it and broke Dupe's Claws. So I banned it and run like 44, I think.
Okay.
But despite that, 4 wins, 0 losses, 5.75 Ks per appearance. So if I was able to use it, like it would have been like A+ as shit. Like it's quite nice. But I banned it. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to put it right beside Infernape, like really high A-. But I kind of let it down, you know? I let him down. So.
Got him banned from the party.
Yeah, he was too good anyway, so. But yeah, I should. He learns every stab you'd want, like EQ, Giga Drain, Leech Seed. Really good move pool. Typing's not like the best thing in the world, but ground type and grass type in one little fell swoop covers a lot of this doubles meta. So yeah, it makes sense why he did so well.
Yeah.
Babarrel?
The barrel, the dude for himself.
Babarrel's gonna be C. He can't be D. Babarrel's usually one of the most crucial pieces of beating the first gym without a hitch. Because you get Babarrel at level 15 or 14. I think it's 14 or maybe 15. I don't know. But it's before the cap. And having a Babarrel for that first fight, like, literally makes it so easy. Like, it makes you feel safe. You got dual stab, water gun, tackle, and you're just feeling good. But obviously after that it sucks. So I'm gonna keep it there because it's so good at the start.
Yeah, it's a great mon. But it could be a great mon, but it doesn't have the iconic intro that this Pokemon does. I'm talking the Deli. That's the one.
Yeah, he's a D tier, pretty D tier poke. Gets Leech Life early, so I'll put him with the other Leech Lifers, but yeah.
But what more can he do? Nothing.
Yeah, no, he's not very good. Luxray?
Let's pull up the Luxray.
Luxray's solid. Luxray's got an MVP award under his belt.
As he should.
He's got a 2-for-2 record or 2-0 record in the Elite Four. Like, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to rank Luxray low. The Spark does so much damage. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a solid move.
I don't know. I think
it doesn't sound like a solid move.
Yeah, I'm putting him in B tier with like Houndoom and Dodrio and stuff. I'm actually gonna move Dodrio down to C tier.
Oh, demoted.
Yep, quick demotion.
Alright.
Rose Raid.
Plant some roses, stop and smell the flowers a little bit.
Rose Raid's good.
As it should be.
You can keep it as a Roselia to learn Giga Drain at like level 25 and then evolve it, and then you're feeling good. But yeah, Rose Raid tied for 21st place. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna put it at the back at A+. Probably the best grass type. A little bit frail on the defensive side, but fast, strong, bulky on the special side. Good move pool if you just let it stay as Roselia for a little bit.
Yeah,
probably the best grass type.
Alright.
Unless I'm dumb and I'm missing someone later on here.
Nah.
Oh, Cherim. How did I forget?
For now,
Cherim.
For now, you're into fossil territory again.
Rampart?
Yep.
Rampardos is C. Like, I don't know. Really strong attack, but that's it. So it's just gonna die. Not very that useful. I got like a speed boost one I used, and that was pretty good. But like obviously. So, I don't know. I'm going to put it like middle of C, like with Relicanth. Can't really do too much.
Not really doing what he has to do.
Bastiodon. Bastiodon, pretty good. Better than Steelix. Where's Aggron? I'm going to put him a little below Aggron. Alright, yeah. I'm going to put him like the bottom of B tier. Super nice defensively. Gets like metal bursts, so you can do like Wobbuffet counter shit with it. It's pretty good. I used it to really good effect on one of my one death on my second one death team. So eats up Explosion if you ever have to run into that. So
yeah, eat them up.
Yep.
Go Wormadam.
That's D tier. I'm gonna put it like right in front of Sunflora, just because it can change its typing.
Alright, moving on to Mothim.
Mothim's gonna go with Butterfree and these guys. Second gym help if you need it, and that's about it.
That's all they're there for. Really.
Vespiquen, exact same spot.
Yeah.
Float.
But now, oh, missed out on the boy.
Who'd I miss?
Can't believe. Pachirisu ain't on you. Pachirisu ain't on you. I can't believe it.
Pachirisu ain't on my list. I missed him.
Can't believe this.
It's funny because he would be C. Like, Pachirisu would be like right by Barrel and Mawile. He's got good utility moves. Better than Chimecho and all this stuff.
Alright, well then moving on to Floatzel.
Floatzel will go like high C. Not quite enough to like be solid all the time, but like good offensive water type. Really good speed. He can hang out right here with Dodrio. Yeah, that looks great. Move Pool, like level up. You get Crunch as coverage. Pretty good, but...
Yeah. For now, it's Charim.
Charim's D. Charim sucks.
That's the truth.
There's pretty much every grass type you're going to use over Charim. It's bad early game, bad mid game. Yeah, I'm going to put it like a little lower. I'm going to put it like behind Kecleon.
Deserved.
Gastro?
Let's go with the Gastro.
Gastro's solid A-. Second best water ground, I think. Good move pool. Also gets muddy water like Swampert, but not as good all around as Swampert. I'm going to put it like pretty high A-, I think. Let's put it like by Blastoise here. Yeah, solid typing, solid move pool, solid base stat total. Like, pretty just solid all around Pokemon. You feel pretty comfortable with a Gastrodon.
Alright, now let's get some Monkey.
Ambipom. Ambipom has a brutal level up moveset. I'm gonna have to put it like pretty low in C because of that. It's a solid offensive normal type, but the level up moveset's actually dogged. Like, it gets double hit and that's it. No coverage, like nothing.
Or poor Monkey.
Yeah.
But we had the Blim.
Drifblim's good. Drifblim's gonna be another A-. Ghost Flying, having 3 immunities is like really solid. Learns Shadow Ball, its best stab by level up. Gets a spread. I think it gets Air Cutter for flying type, so it has good dual stab. Like, pretty much everything you'd want from a ghost type. It's a little bit frail, but it gets by with those immunities. Like, really solid. I brought it to the Elite Four a lot. Yeah, 3 wins, 1 loss, 10 KOs, so did well. I'm gonna put it in A- with Bro.
Yeah, deserved. Let's put a Lopunny up to bat.
Lopunny is gonna be C tier. A little bit better than Ambipom. I'll put it with like Fearow and Swellow. Good Spadef, good speed, but not a lot going for it move pool wise, attack wise, typing wise, you know.
Yeah.
Miss Mage.
Yeah.
Miss Mage is good.
Brown paper towel on the side of the wall.
Ah, that was epic. Yeah, Miss Mage is gonna go A- as well. Probably not as high as Drifblim, but I'll put him like right here with like these waters, I guess. Can be a little bit finicky with move pool because it's a stone evo, but I don't know. Usually if you're finding Mischievous, I found it to be nearer to the late game anyway. So yeah, I don't know. It didn't really come into factor too often, but obviously really nice special attack, speed, special defense, like really nice ghost type. So I'm gonna put it A-.
We're gonna go with one of my, I think actually my favorite bird. In the
Haunch?
Series. Haunch?
Haunch is nice. I'm gonna put Haunch at low B.
It's dapper.
Yeah. Honchkrow for low B makes a lot of sense for me, just because its speed's kind of bad and it's frail, but it does learn Sucker Punch, so that helps it a lot, but it still has troubles. I only went 1 win, 3 losses with it in Elite Four, so it didn't do very well, but it obviously has good offensive potential. It's just in the double battle format, it has trouble getting doubled into, so yeah.
Yeah.
It works really well in this low B with like Breloom and Houndoom though. Like that's like same kind of deal, so.
Yeah. But now we got the big cat.
Prugly. It's gonna be a C tier poke. It's Fake Out, which is really nice. Glameow is pretty good early game, so I'm put it like high C, like with Absol. Just kind of starts to fall off as you go through the game, but really good in the early and mid game.
That's what you need sometimes. A starter. That's not your starter.
Yeah, that's Babarrel, man. Babarrel fits that shit.
Yeah. Let's go. But let's go with the skunk. On the go.
Skuntank, eh? Skuntank, he's okay. Like, he's pretty good. Dark Poison's, like, a pretty good typing. I'm gonna put him, like, low B. Really good typing. Gets, like, Night Slash, Poison Jab, Flamethrower by level up. Good level up moveset. Kind of evolves late, and Stunky's not very good. It's gonna be the same with, like, Skorupi, too. Like, they're pretty similar. But yeah, just getting by with like only having one weakness is really nice, and especially it being ground where the AI doesn't want to click it a lot of the time, because a lot of the time the only thing they have to hit is Earthquake, and they won't hit it if it's gonna hurt their other opponent or their teammate. So a lot of times it can get by just on neutralities and stuff, but it's not the best base stats, so it's gonna hang around B, C.
Okay. No, we got Chatot.
Chatot's gonna be D. It's like a worse Pidgeot, so better special attacker, but I don't know, it's not great.
All right. Well, I'm seeing that this mon isn't on your list unless I missed it. You got the song.
Bronzong, yeah,
Yeah.
he's down
I
there.
didn't see him on there, but
Bronzong's A+.
so go.
Really nice performances by Bronzong. Just so reliable with the typing, and like it's really damn good. Came with me a lot. It finished 13th place overall. 5 wins, 4 losses, 30 KOs. Like a lot of KOs for a Pokemon you wouldn't really expect, you know? So he chipped in offensively, and then he gets such good moves by level up, like anything you'd want. Confuse Ray, Hypnosis, like good Psychic Stab and Extra Sensory. Like, yeah, he's really solid.
He's got the moves. Jagger.
And yeah, the Steel Psychic typing really helps.
Alright, now we can move on to Spiritomb.
Bet. Spiritomb's gonna be like A-. It's basically, or maybe like high B. It's like a better, kind of like a better version of of what's it called? The Gem Goblin.
Sableye.
Yeah. Except it can run like mixed sets, and it gets way better moves by level up. The speed kind of sucks, but like no weaknesses, right? So I don't know. It did really well for me in the 2 Elite Fours it came for. It has an MVP award to its name, so I'm gonna put it in B. Right by like, kind of by like Umbreon here. I think I gotta move Golduck down a bit. I was a little stoked on him, but
He started off really strong.
yeah. Everything.
All right, well, let's move into what we all know is a goat. Chomper.
Oh, Garchomp?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. This mon is like unbelievably good. It's like so crazy. Easy S tier. 13-0 in the Elite Four. Came in 13 times, didn't lose once. 117 KOs in those appearances for an average of 9 per appearance. So he was messing people up in the Elite Four. Offensive MVP of the 100 runs, like easily. Doesn't get Earthquake by level up, which is fine, but like it gets everything, like Dragon Claw, like you can just run Dig if you really have to. And then, yeah, that's really all it needs. Like, it's so damn good. Anything else you get for coverage is just like a cherry on top. I think it gets Crunch too by level up. So it's getting like pretty much everything it needs every run. Like nature doesn't really matter. Like worst case scenario, you find like a Draco Meteor TM and chuck it on to run like mixed. Like you can run like Spadef. You can do anything with this Pokemon. It's insane. Like these 3 right here, like Metagross, Garchomp, Swampert, like they're the mons that truly brought like consistency to randomization. I found that they're so good that it doesn't matter what's happening around them, you know?
You know, just three classic mons all pulling through.
Yeah. So Garchomp,
this one's a
high S.
This next one's a spin-off game legend. We're gonna go with Lucario.
Luke's good.
You know.
For Luke. Luke's gonna go A-, like right by Snorlax here. A little too frail to get her done like you want, but really good typing, really good move pool. Pretty accessible through Riolu. You're gonna run into Riolu a lot because his base stat total is pretty low. So yeah, truly like one of the Pokemon that rips through like the main story. Like probably one of the best Pokemon you could ask for early game for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna put him like A-, like right by Hariyama here, I think. Yeah, that looks good.
Alright, let's get a Hippo.
Hippowdon? So Hippo's
Gloria from Madagascar.
Hippo's a little interesting because it didn't get a single win in the Elite Four in its 4 appearances, so I can't really like put it very high. Like I'm gonna put it with Donphan at the top of B. Like they kind of do the exact same thing, but Hippo's move pool's better. Donphan had better results though, so like they're kind of hand in hand. Like obviously to the untrained eye, like Hippo is gonna be the guy. Like Hippo's better.
Mm-hmm.
But based off results, like I can't put Hippo in A- or anything like that because it's one of the only Pokemon that went 0-4, and that was the worst record in the Elite Four. So yeah, I'm gonna put it high B. Realistically, if it went better, it'd probably be up here in like high A-. But yeah.
Alright, and then you kind of mentioned Skorupi earlier.
Yeah. Nice defensively, better than Skuntank for sure. I'm gonna put it like mid B, like above Nidoqueen and Nidoking by Claydol here. It gets good moves, like good Dark Stab, good Poison Stab. Doesn't really get great coverage anywhere. Typing's really nice though. It's just one of those mons it's hard to like find the opportunity cost of it's pretty high. So like if you're using it, there's probably something better you could be using. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in the middle B. Like it's pretty solid, but like sometimes it's just not what you're looking for.
All right, now let's go with Sickrick.
Toxicroak.
Toxicroak, if you will.
Yeah,
Toxic. Shiny.
Yes, is your boy. Toxicroak, I'm gonna put right with Skuntank at the bottom of B tier. Good level up moveset. Pretty unique typing. But also not like the greatest typing ever because it gives you some 4x weakness. But yeah, overall it's pretty solid offensively. Fighting and poison complement each other nice. So.
All right, now let's go to Carnivine.
Carnivine I'm gonna put at like the bottom of C. Really slow grass type, so kind of gets picked on. Not something I use too often.
Okay. Lumineon, great Pokemon card.
True. Lumineon, I'm gonna put like also pretty low. I guess I'll put it like kind of top of D tier. It's really weak offensively, and it's not like a defensive stalwart or anything. It's just really, I don't know, kind of bad.
Okay. Poor guy. Abomasnow.
Abomasnow's a tough one. I'm gonna put it at like the bottom of B-ish, like kind of by Blaziken and Honchkrow. Typing offensively great, defensively trash. So you're really it's a really risky mon to use. Like early game with Snover and stuff, it's pretty good, but like you're running into too many weaknesses once you get through the late game. So good enough offensively to hold its own, but like you're just playing with fire the whole game you're using it. So I'm gonna put it with these other kind of like offensive powerhouses who struggle to stay on the field in B tier.
Okay. Let's get Weavile. Keep the ice types going.
Hell yeah. Weavile's gonna be a bit higher than that. I'm gonna put Weavile like bottom of A minus, I think. Just the frailty kind of fucks with it, but really like nice offensively. Dark Ice is like crazy good stab, and it has awesome speed attack. So, and the level up moveset's not too bad. Like you get Night Slash, and there's no real good ice move for it, but it's not the worst thing in the world. But it gets the job done offensively, so A minus works out.
All right, let's get Magnetic.
Zone's really good. Zone's A plus for sure. I'm gonna put it like right ahead of Gengar here, I think. Yeah, he finished one spot higher than Bronzong. He finished 12th. But I think Bronzong's a little bit better. Mostly because the best electric move he gets is Discharge, so you have to play with the ground types. But yeah, 6 wins, 4 losses in the Elite Four with 46 KOs, so he definitely pulled his weight. And Electric Steel's like really nice, good defensively, and then Electric type just adds like a 4x, but gives you tons of offensive options. So yeah, he's a good poke.
Yeah. All right, let's lick him up.
Licky's pretty bad. Gets Power Whip by level up, which is pretty cool, but no success from me. 0 for 2 in the Elite Four, so yeah, he's not that great. I'm gonna put him a little bit higher in C, but yeah, he's nothing to write home about. Another normal type.
All right, yeah, sounds about right. All right, Rhyperior.
Rhyperior is gonna go in the B tier.
Not so superior.
Better than Golem and all that, just because it hits so much harder and it learns pretty cool moves by level up. But yeah, I don't know. Rock Ground, not a good typing. But he can live explosions and stuff. Kind of like Bastiodon, except the opposite.
Yeah. Kind of. Big Tangela. A couple Tangelas tangled together.
Tangrowth's pretty damn solid. He's gonna go pretty high in A-, I think, here. Where did he finish? Let me check that first.
Alright, then I
Oh yeah.
brought up the Electivire earlier, but I said Electabuzz, so let's bring him back up.
Yeah. Tangrowth did really well. He's like ranked 30th overall. So pretty solid. Like evolves from Tangela at level 33, which isn't too bad, and then gets some stab moves, gets knockoff, gets good moves. So A- high for him makes sense. Vire next.
Yeah.
Vire's gonna be really high too. Vire, I don't know. This is a tough placement. 15th place. 4 wins, 4 losses, 39 KOs. I think he'll stay in A- as well, just because his defensively he's pretty weak. But man, does he get that coverage? Low kick, thunder punch. Pretty sure you can get the tutor through the tutors. You can get the other punches. So yeah, he's pretty offensive powerhouse. He's pretty damn good.
Yeah, great one. Magmortar, his fire counterpart.
Yeah, Magmortar, pretty much the same thing as him, except fire type. So really good potent offensive mon. Can't put it quite as high. Didn't have the results, but I'll put him like with Rapidash right here and in the middle of A-. Like, I don't know, fire type's just kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's hard.
Yeah.
Let's do him a kiss.
Oh, see, we're getting all these high rankers now. I think Togekiss is going to go A- as well. Togekiss was a cold-blooded killer. One of the highest kill ratios, I think, in this whole thing. Yeah, average 6 KOs an appearance, over 6 appearances. So, I don't know, it's kind of hard to argue with that, like, offensive output, you know?
Mm-hmm. Just shooting gun.
Yeah, Togekiss, if you get it, if you catch it as a Togekiss, it has broken moves. Like, it has Air Slash or Sphere, like, extreme speed. If you don't catch it as a Togekiss, you're running more towards the support stuff, like Follow Me. But either way, they both work. The offensive version is just way better. I'm going to put it at bottom of A+.
Probably like a good spot for him. Alright, Yanmega.
Yanmega's pretty good. I'm going to put it like in B with Scyther and Pinsir. Same kind of idea. Evolves at level 33 from Yanma. Yanma's not like awesome, but I don't know. It's really fast and good, surprisingly decent bulk. And the move pool is not bad. So yeah, I'm going to put it like B tier. Typing just kind of sucks. So
yeah, 4 bugs. Let's go back to the EVs.
Glaceon?
Yes, sir.
Glaceon move pool's pretty bad. He's going to go in C tier. Pure Ice type. I'm going to put him like with Glalie. Good special attack, but speed's kind of bad. And, yeah. Leafeon, on the other hand, much better. Leafeon had great results for me. So I'm going to put him in A-. Leafeon finished in 21st place with 3-0 record, no losses. So I'm going to put him like here. The defense, he's not your typical grass type. He's got like good defense and good attack, where mostly they have like special side, so it's kind of a nice switch up. Works out quite well. The move pool isn't awesome though, so you got to kind of rely on TMs, but all right, we're down to my final row here.
Yeah. With the
Mammo. Mammo's A+. So damn good offensively. Bulky enough to do whatever he needs to do. Like, only tough part is you need a heart scale to get one, which sucks. But when you do get it, like, you're sitting pretty. Otherwise, though, like Mammoth or Piloswine and what's the middle version? Piloswine and Swinub, that little guy. Yeah. They're really bad, but Mamoswine is so good. PZ.
Yep. PZ.
PZ is another Pokemon who's really good, but went 0-4. I'm not gonna put him like as quite as high as Hippo, but he's gonna be around here. Like super potent offensive potential, but I don't know, kind of hard when you don't have a stab that hits super effective. If he had adaptability every time like he does in the vanilla games, he'd be better, but yeah. Solid offensively, not enough to push him over the top though. P2 is definitely better.
Yeah, let's go to the male version.
Gallade also going to be in the B tier. Just a bit too slow, but the move pool is really nice. So I'm going to put him like right below Gardevoir. And also finding a Dawnstone and a male, like there's a lot that goes into getting a Gallade.
There's a couple things there.
So not something you saw super often, but I did use it when I could. Probopass?
Yeah.
Probopass is solid. I'm just going to put him right beside Bastiodon because he does pretty much the exact same thing. Gets a little bit different moves, though. I'm going to put him a bit ahead. And he gets like Thunder Wave and Rock Slide by level up, which is really nice. So, yeah, Probopass is solid in the B tier. Good defensive poke.
He's bulky looking, you know? He's huge.
He's huge. Frostlass.
Let's go with,
Frostlass is going to be low B. Just too frail, but gets everything you'd want in the move pool. Can run mixed, can be mixed attacker. Has immunities, but the ice typing on it doesn't help much. So, yeah, it's a really good in the mid game, but another Pokemon you kind of want to drop as you go on.
Yeah. Let's go Rotom.
Shiny, my only shiny of the runs.
Bump it up for that.
Nah, Rotom. Rotom's like, I don't know, he's really hard to rank. His stats suck. Very low base stats, but he's one of the only Pokemon that learns Substitute naturally. Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough ranking. I'm gonna put him like very top of C. But if it was appliances and like this was platinum, then I don't even know what to think. I don't even know where he'd be. He'd probably be in the moon. He'd be so high up. All right, Yuxi, I did not use, so I'll put you in the low data, no data. But Mesprit and Azelf, I did.
Those guys were in the mix.
Yeah, Mesprit did better than Azelf, and I think after looking at everything, I think it is just better than Azelf. I'm gonna put it in A- tier. Really good all around stats. Like actually his bulk. Azelf obviously stronger, but can't stay on a field in doubles, like literally just dies too much. So I'm gonna put it like pretty high in B, like with Celebi, but Mesprit's just gonna be a bit higher in A-.
Alright.
Shaman's gonna go A- as well. Move pool's not great until late, but I don't know. I think it's good enough as a pure grass type to like really warrant the use of. Like it gets a leech seed, it gets enough to like get by. But if it had a better move pool, it'd probably be the best grass type in the game.
Yeah, he's a good little fella.
Yeah. Only two pokes I got left are Dragonite and Slowking.
I'll let you decide which one's next then.
I'll do Slowking first. Same exact move pool as Slowbro, but just does the Spadef side of things. So I'll put it right up there with him, just because I feel like that kind of makes sense. I think I do prefer using Slowking over Slowbro though, but it's really not like you're kind of pulling at hairs or whatever the saying is. And then D-Knight, the final poke, he's S tier for sure. He was probably my like favorite Pokemon to use by the end of it, I think. Dragon Rush, Dragon Dance is just so ridiculously strong. It's just kind of funny. Like, I know Dragon Rush misses a lot, but like, it's just too funny. You get Aqua Tail by level up, you get Wing Attack, you get everything you need with the Dragonite. So he's gonna go. It's tough to put him. I don't know. I think I'm gonna put him in third ahead of Swampert, even though Swampert's so reliable. But I don't know. Let me read out some Dragonite stats for you here, and just. So 12 wins, 12 wins, 4 losses in the Elite Four. Pretty solid record. 131 KOs for an 8.19 kills per appearance. And he also had the best Elite Four. There was, I think, a run 59 or something, 58. Actually, I have it here. Run 59. Dragonite had the best Elite Four performance with 18 knockouts. So, yeah, and that was a starter too. He made it the whole way and just won. So, yeah.
Until from day dot to day done.
So yeah, that's the ranking. I'm just gonna look over it and see if I like kind of agree with everything here. It looks pretty good, honestly. Like, I'm kind of shocked it went that well. You know?
Yeah.
It looks really good.
It does look nice.
It's really even too. Like, it's not like there's like a shit ton of Pokemon in like one spot. Like, it's bigger in the middle and smaller at the ends. Like, it's kind of what you want, right?
Yeah. I think that this is like a well-rounded one.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your help.
No problem. Only one guy on the top. Kind of crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I had to. He was like literally stand out like every run I could have him. So.
And I guess that tier is best. You know.
Best I ever had. Well, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe to the video. And yeah, make sure you check out Liam at on Instagram at LiamTCG. Anything else you want to plug before we go?
Nah, that's it. Shoutouts to C-Dot, shoutouts to Nuzleaf, shoutouts to Shiftry, shoutouts to Furky. Shoutouts to Benjamin.
True. Anyway,
that's all I got.
Thank you, folks. Have a good one. There's going to be a full video about all 100 of these runs I did in the coming months, so be prepared for that. I'm going to try to put some other stuff out in the meantime. Don't really know what to do, so maybe if you have any suggestions, let me know. And thank you. Goodbye.